Saturday night, we got a guy fighting for a title. Dude, I know you put in a lot of time, thousands of hours in the gym, years in the making. You get your opportunity. Really glad to have you on the show, Khalil. Thank you very much. We'll be watching, and good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Rome.
Thank you, sir. Khalil Roundtree Jr., what a great dude. Great dude. Great energy. That's going to be a good one. Who you got? Who do you like? He's 14-5. He's got a 5-fight win streak, and I love mindset. Love the energy, too. Khalil Roundtree Jr. I don't know why he's Mr. Roaming me, but I'll take that. Good dude. Really good dude. Thanks to Khalil. My thanks to Ricky Williams. My thanks to the big head, James Kelly. My thanks to the XR4TI. My thanks to Brian Weber. He's going to be in the house tomorrow. I'm going to take Friday off. I will see you all on Monday. Alex Hardy, good job, dude. Listen, everybody else, we're not done yet. We have an exclusive fourth hour. Find yourself a platform. The after hour is coming up next. Will Blackman standing by. He and I will be chopping it up, talking all NFL, some NBA, and more. Look for that. Not done yet. It's hour number 4, the after hour, next. Just that quickly. Did you know that 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery does need to be replaced, their professional parts people can help you find the best superstar battery for your vehicle and budget. So make sure your vehicle is ready for the weather ahead by getting your battery tested for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or diabetes, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical-grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown and Wood. The Brown and Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown and Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
My God! Don't give me that homer. You know, no.
Hey! I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Flip that, Shirley.
Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player.
Pepe Le Pew.
Tony Dunn, you will not be making the Pirate Radio Live open at this time.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, John.
I can't even feel my head up. Somebody got a big old head that wears these things.
That would be me. Jamie, I have a gourd, son. I sit there every day.
That's a tater right there.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And we'll be having a lot of fun on Facebook Live and YouTube. So come join us there with your thoughts, your feelings on East Carolina Charlotte. Who's your NFL team got this week? Fantasy start sit. Do I need to start getting Bucky Irving in my lineup? I might have some start sit questions later on in the program today. We got John Moody's lock of the week. John Moody has been on a heater. We will give you his lock of the week in a moment. And all of your comments on Facebook Live and Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. We got a lot of guests to get to on today's show. Zach Kaplan will join us coming up in about 20 minutes or so. We'll talk ECU. We'll talk college football, NFL, and area high school football as well with Zach Kaplan coming up in a few minutes later on in hour number 1. Hour 2, Kevin Monroe will join us live on the Big Rock Power Sports live line. We'll break down ECU and Charlotte with K-Mo. Jeff Nadu joins us with his picks. A game he likes matches John Moody's lock of the week. Last time that happened, it was a winner. And I think it involved the same team. We will talk about that coming up in a moment. Nadu joins us in hour 2. Hour 3, we've got Greg Hudson joining us via the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. And Kaden Norman will join us inside the Pirate Radio studio. So a lot of great football guests on today's edition of the program. We got Shirley Rhodes here. We got Zach on the video production side. We've got left side.
Strong side.
Chandler Bertier joining me. Hello, Chan.
What's up, Clipper? Good to see you.
And off camera, a little surprise, His name's not on the guest list. He's not on camera. Nobody knows he's even here. Oh, but he's here. He is number 45. Dan. Don't call me Daniel. Don't even call me Dan. Call me Danny Beal. Hey, Danny.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Is that your full name, Daniel?
Daniel, yeah.
Daniel Beal. How you doing, Daniel?
Hey, Daniel.
Hey,
Damn, Daniel.
Saw that one coming.
Back at it again with the hot takes. What's up, DB?
How you doing?
Appreciate your helping out behind the scenes here at Pirate Radio.
Doing what I can.
Making things go.
For the program.
You're a big behind the scenes guy. You're dabbling in a little instructional stuff too. I don't know if we can talk about it.
That's all right. Making the people get excited for what's to come here in the next couple of weeks.
Making the people get excited about what's to come here in the next couple of weeks. Boy, that's cryptic.
That's what it's meant to be.
I don't even know what that means. Danny, good to have you. You're going to hang out for a little while before you got to. You're a busy man.
And
by the way,
before you leave, Danny, we need your first touchdown for the night.
Okay.
Yep, need that. And for folks that are wondering, Danny, you are not retired from baseball. You are still training.
I am.
Still working out.
Yep. If people remember, people don't know the story. Carter Spivey didn't get picked up last year in the draft or get signed by anyone, and he went and trained at this facility out of Charlotte. And I'm kind of following in his footsteps. Obviously, he got signed by the Guardians around last Christmas, and trying to see if I can do the same thing. So hanging out here for the fall, living with Trey Savage and Carter Cunningham, and working out, throwing, doing some extra work on the side with these guys, and having a good time doing it.
Do y'all live in Trey's mansion?
No, it's actually his trailer.
Trey's
trailer. He's being cheap on us.
Yeah.
Were you on the baseball field throwing the other day? Let's say Monday at 2:30?
No, I don't think so. No.
I was at the Mike Houston press conference, the weekly press conference, and from up in the Town Bank Tower, I could see somebody throwing on the field.
And it looked like me from up there?
And it kind of looked like you from up there. It looked like an ant. But the throwing motion kind of looked like yours, so I was like, I wonder if that's Danny.
Was it an ugly sidearm? Is that probably what it was?
I was looking for different.
Was it Marge Simpson?
Arm angles. Yeah.
I remember that. That was so funny. That was so random. I had like 6 people send it to me. He's like, you see this guy making fun of you? I'm like, yeah, it's Clip. I know. It's not someone random.
That is love, buddy. That ain't making fun of. Chat gang in the house. Jerry says, hello. Steve says, hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Jamie says, hey, now.
Hey, now.
John Moody says, lock of the week time. John, you're going to go back. I mean, these guys have been very good to us, not only as a country, as a nation, as a people.
But betting.
The armed forces. Army, minus 11.5 against Tulsa. That is John Moody's lock of the week.
James is going to put it in right now.
You're not right now. But that's not going to be your lock of the week in a couple of weeks, is it, John?
Get it? Because they're playing us? That's what he's trying to say.
Guess the line on that. Let's say East Carolina wins this week. Army beats 2 bad opponents, Tulsa and I believe UAB. And the game is in New York.
Army 8.5.
I think it'd be that. I'm going to go Army like 6.
Okay.
I think we're going to get some respect. A lot due to Blake Harrell and his defense and how we've done against those types of offenses.
Right.
So, but that would be a big ball game. But we've got to get there first. We got to win this weekend, take care of Charlotte. Steve's lock of the week: find a weird fantasy league where Jaden Daniels is on the free agent market and join quick. Jamie wants Danny's first TD. And Derek says, DB in the house, good to be seen. Pike has liked the stream, watching YouTube, and commenting on Facebook. Does he get credit for 2 views? You absolutely do, Pike. Way to go, man.
Round of applause for Pike.
John Moody has a bit of a TV prediction for ECU Army. The AAC contract has it where the league has 4 ABC games this season. I could see ECU Army as a noon kickoff on ABC.
No. If it was in Greenville, then I could see it, but
it'll be on CBS with the other Armed Forces games, if I had to guess.
Dude, could you imagine a Brad Nessler ECU game? It'd be awesome.
We're due for a noon.
Who do you want to hear call an ECU game? What would be your dream lineup?
Gus Johnson.
Down the sideline.
Marlon Jay Garcia.
Gunslinger.
Winston Wright. Turning on the Jets.
Yeah, I want to hear Gus. That would be down the sideline. But instead we get some dude. So
some dude, if you're listening, we don't mean that.
Nah, man, I like some dude.
Some dude's a good dude.
I feel like we get Anish Shroff a lot from ESPN.
The voice of the Carolina Panthers.
Linked with him on LinkedIn the other day.
Hey.
There you go.
So ECU Army is already slated for noon. Just no TV yet. Charlotte Navy is on CBS Sports Network that day. But that's at 3:30.
Ooh.
Maybe
what
we'll
time does Air Force
maybe
play?
we'll get like NBC.
Oh, Air Force can't play at noon.
Maybe we'll be back on Peacock.
Maybe we'll be back on the Plus.
Yeah. All right, John. John's pretty good with these TV things. He says incorrect. The Army game will be on the ESPN network. You are incorrect, Zach.
Darn.
Yeah.
I just know the Armed Forces have a CBS contract too.
Jamie says Brent Musburger or Al Michaels would be cool. Yeah, I watched.
You're looking live.
Boy, look at Jay Garcia's girlfriend. Whoa. Oh, my.
If you're living in Greenville, North Carolina, you need to pick up a football and start throwing it around.
Yeah. Robert says Chase Soel, first ECU touchdown. John says it'll be the first time ESPN will have an Army home game in like 18 years.
In like?
Yeah, the fact that he puts a like in there means it's not a fact, but it could be close. I watched the end of Cowboys-Giants last week on Prime, and boy, Al Michaels just sounded sleepy.
I think he's losing it a little bit.
Well, did you blame him for sounding sleepy again with that game?
Nah, and he's a legend. I'm not saying I don't want to say anything bad about him, but I just think he's an older gentleman.
Do you believe in miracles? Yes.
I think he's got
for an impressions guy. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Do you believe in miracles? Yes. It's a lot higher pitched than that.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
Thank you. I'm sorry, you were saying
the game. The game has.
What were you saying?
The game has to play up to his standard if he's going to give it a good call. Like last week, that was not fun to watch, and he let you hear about it. Like it was not
true.
There was no like energy or voice, and it's just not good.
I do like that he is not afraid to talk about gambling and talked about that all.
A lot of people are in first. See, this kick is very important.
Yeah, I mean, he basically came out and said it when Aubrey missed that field goal.
He had Cowboy spread.
Like the bum that he is. Let's see. Pirates and Charlotte. Chandler, vibe check.
I'm up to a 9.
Up to a 9. I'm sticking with my 9-4-ish, 9-6-ish. Zach?
I'm at a 9-7 now that I have a ticket.
You got a standing room only ticket?
I did. We also need Danny Beal's Survivor pool pick.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Let's talk Survivor.
Yeah, boy.
We'll do that in a moment.
right.
Shirley, your vibe check.
Let's see, I was what, at 7.6
like 7-8
last
or
time?
something? Yeah.
I'd say about an 8.2.
All right. Rising. Danny?
I'm a 6'9" because I get to see Biff.
Hey, yo.
That's kind of low, though.
Yeah, with good reason.
Because last year?
Because I get to see Biff. yeah, and the 17-point thundering we got last year.
Oh, man, that was a bad football game. More ECU Charlotte talk in a moment. Let's talk Survivor. So here's what happened. We started our pool last week because Brett lost in his big pool. And I said, hey, Brett, why don't we start a new one? And Brett said, all right, I'll take the Jets.
He said, I'll take the Mets.
I'll take the Mets minus him plus J. And the Jets lose to the Broncos. Brett out. Delaney out.
Tony out.
Tony out. Tony.
Hey, Tony, pay up.
Is that it? Shirley out.
But it wasn't the Jets.
Shirley went a little cray-cray and had the Saints beating the Falcons, which looked good until
Young
Ho, no offense, knocked it through from like 86 yards, and the Falcons got the win. All right, so that leaves me, Chonsky, Danny, Zachariah,
Jarrett,
and J-Bone. That's it?
That's it.
Man.
Down to
Coming
5.
down to it in week 5.
gonna be a
Week
3-week
5,
pull.
a.k.a. week 2.
Yeah.
All right. So, biggest spread of the week.
Niners. I just looked. That's only because I just looked.
And I am scared. But
Second to that is Seahawks over the Giants.
G-Man.
I know who I'm taking.
And then you got the
Same.
Chiefs, the Saints.
I already have mine locked up.
Do y'all want to make announcements now? Jarrett will be here tomorrow. I'm assuming he won't pick tonight's game, so he'll pick tomorrow. Who wants to lock it in?
I'm taking the Fighting Clip Rocks.
Oh, my God.
Oh, baby.
Danny, are you sure?
Here we go.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Jaden Daniels to the promised land. Honey, oh.
That's a final pick?
Yep.
All right.
Lock it in.
It's in.
That 3 makes me nervous.
I don't
feel like
ca-
it should be bigger than that.
I don't care. They look so bad last week. So bad.
Who's that? Browns?
Browns. They're so bad.
Every week.
There is nothing positive about them right now.
They actually get blown out of that game if Zamir White doesn't fumble. The Browns got to scoop and score, or that game would have been even worse.
Blake Whiteheart caught the only touchdown for the Browns. He went to my regular high school.
Never heard of that guy.
Yeah, no, not notable at all.
I think that we are going to have an atmosphere on Sunday, we being the Commanders. I think people are going to show up to FedEx Northwest Ralston Stadium.
Hopefully nobody falls over the fence or gets water or poop leaked on them.
Gets pooped on.
Yeah.
Dude, those are the old days, man. Jaden Daniels is here now. He fixed all that. We're good.
So he's like Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen did everything.
He's not like Kyle Allen at all. He could not be further away from Kyle Allen.
Is he better or worse than RG3?
You see, I think he's better.
There it is. I wanted to hear that. You're so recency biased. I love it.
Maybe, but I mean, RG3 was Rookie of the Year. They were doing some really great things in the run game with him and Alfred Morris, and Kyle Shanahan's a genius. But RG3 did not throw the ball with the zip and the confidence that Jaden Daniels throws the football. Now, a lot of this is Cliff Kingsbury.
RG3 won the Heisman, right?
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He went Heisman, Rookie of the Year, injury. I was worried about Jaden Daniels, and it's still too early to say what he's going to be. I was worried about him the first couple weeks because most of what he was doing was with his legs, and it wasn't sustainable. But these last couple games, he has been slinging the rock.
He looks good.
And looks awesome throwing. All right, Danny is going with the Commanders. Yikes.
Bold.
Sean?
I'm going to go Seahawks over the G-Men.
I'm shocked that you guys think that's so bold. Like, the Browns are terrible. Jaden Daniels looks awesome.
Yeah.
MVP Jaden Daniels in the conversation.
Man. You get me excited. You're going with the Seahawks?
Mm-hmm.
Gino?
Yep.
Did you write him?
Yeah, and he wrote back.
He did write back.
That's my fantasy team name. I ain't right back, though.
Zach?
Join me.
I am also going with the Seahawks.
Join me. Clip, join me.
That would be cool if I did, wouldn't it?
Join me.
It'd be cool if you did.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Join me.
I'm going Niners at home.
You're so lame. Gosh.
Although there's a bit of strategery to your pick too, Danny. That
I don't want to.
You're probably not going to pick Washington many weeks, so like you pick them now.
Well, early in the year, Trey and I's strategy was fade the Panthers. Now that Dalton's literally looks like Red Rocket Andy Dalton or Red Rifle, whatever his name is.
Oh, so your strategy has shifted to fade the Browns.
For the time being, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, give me the Niners.
You're in.
We are locked in.
I'm doing the same for the Giants.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because who did the Giants beat? The Browns.
Jamie brings up a good point, too, I didn't think about. So Neighbors and Singletary both hurt, not looking like they'll play. Malik Neighbors is literally the only Giant that scares me.
Only thing they have.
It was Andre until he passed away. But now it's just Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, Neighbors is a good player.
Very good. Hey, did you do that?
Yeah.
Thank you, Zach.
I couldn't find the mouse. I was like, where is it at?
Appreciate you, pal.
Sorry.
No, it didn't deserve that. Malik Neighbors seems to be quarterback proof. I'll tell you who's not. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Imagine being the guy that took Tyreek Hill third in your fantasy team.
Somebody said on Twitter, like, please get a trade, Tyreek. I can't afford you to get 6 points a week on my fantasy team.
I hate people that at players about fantasy football.
That what?
At players. Like
how about
on social
people
media.
that DM
Or
them?
DM's even worse. No, DM's not
Direct
as bad.
message.
DM's not as
That's
bad.
even worse.
I hate that too. I hate anybody that does that to a
I do
player.
love when players
I hate
respond to
people
them.
that send Danny Beal death threats.
That was bad. That happened on multiple occasions. It actually happened twice in the same week at Clearwater this year.
So, there's no reason to say, like, hey, don't do that, because I don't think those types of people are listening to this program. But if they are, me saying don't do that isn't going to make them stop.
Probably going to make them want to do it more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to even say it. Yeah. But, man, those people need a brain check. All right. Anything else before we take a break and get to Zach Kaplan?
First study.
Danny Beal's
what you got?
first touchdown.
I believe the favorite is still Bijan.
Now, DB, in this case, this is a tight spread. Game could go either way. Are you going to pick one from each
I'm
side?
going to go one each.
All right.
I'm gonna go one each. And they're both receivers.
Oh.
Crazy, isn't it? I know. I'm being bold. Easy pick would be Bijan. I know. He's one of the best in the league. He's been a little slow last couple weeks. And I'm not going to pick Bucky and be weird.
Bucky.
There's one guy for the Buccaneers that has been hurt a ton. His name is Mike Evans. And you want to talk about a guy.
Here's a guy.
He's a guy who cannot be guarded in the red zone. Give me Mike Evans.
Okay.
Plus 800.
And you get a good number with a player of Mike Evans' caliber at plus 800.
Now this fella.
Here's a fella.
Now here's a fella. This guy gets targeted a ton, which is what I look for in receivers. This guy is also the most targeted receiver on the Falcons roster. Not a name you would think of. No, it's not Kyle Pitts. No, it's not Drake London. His name is Darnell Mooney.
Oh, Mr. Mooney.
Plus 1,200.
Darnell Mooney. First touchdown as well.
From?
Those are your two.
From?
Tulane.
Mm-hmm. Mike Evans from?
Texas A&M.
Attaboy, John.
Stay hot.
Darnell Mooney.
And Mike.
And
Big Mike.
And Big Mike.
Big Mike. Big Mike.
Big Mike. He's going to score. I'm going to watch him do it.
The picks are in. Thank you, Danny.
Yep. I've got him in, boys. I'm ready to roll.
Let's go.
I had Tajay Spears the other night.
Did you really?
Spears.
I saw your tweet. That was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yep.
And this is one of the bets that when you hit, you just want to keep on doing it because that is one of the best feelings.
It is a high that like no other. Like that Lazard one when everybody was riding with
goodness.
that Lazard one a couple weeks ago when everybody was riding it with me was a beautiful thing, dude.
Not
Oh, it
everybody.
was so much fun to watch.
Not me.
Womp womp.
I was
Chandler texted me. He was like, "Let's go!"
I was Squidward looking out the window, y'all.
Yeah.
Chandler, I got to give you major props. My Nerfies struggled yesterday, 1-3. I needed a pick me up. I needed a something to save me. And whilst I was walking out of Bell Green for sports trivia, you said I took the Brewers
when they were down 3-2.
And I said, you know what? Something about that sounds right. And then they went dinger, dinger.
Dinger to tie it. Gets the guy on with 2 outs.
They play.
Very next
They
at
play
bat.
3 in that league too. They don't play. They play 3 outs in that league.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 outs is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
2 outs. Guy gets on. I'm like, all right, just get him around. Nope. Next at bat, guy hits a moonshot and puts the Brewers up 5-3.
And I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome. It's a play that I like. It doesn't hit a lot, but I do like when teams get down. If you get a juicy value there, take it.
Well done, John.
Thank you. I did it with the Braves too, and they almost came.
You heading out, DB?
Yeah, gotta head out.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yep.
All right, let's take a break. We'll sub one mass hole out and bring another mass hole in.
I'm cooler than the other mass hole though.
I don't know who's going to argue with that.
Zach even was like,
even Zach says, yeah.
I didn't even bring up the Patriots. I can't wait for. Hey, you're their favorites this week. I was like, yeah.
Patriots are favored. We'll talk to Zach Kaplan about the Pirates, Pets, high school football, and more. Zach Kaplan joins us on the other side of this timeout. Back with you after this.
GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County. GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Public notice! Discount Mattress and Furniture, Greenville, 1501 Evans Street. Everything must go up to 75% off. Living rooms, bedrooms, diners, purple swivel chairs, ECU, $99. Desk chairs, $10. Queen mattresses, $199. Sofas, much more. Discount Mattress and Furniture up to 75% off. 1501 Evans Street in Greenville, and I'll see you there!
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Pirate Radio. Remember to always be yourself, unless you can be a pirate.
It's a pirate's life for me, savvy.
Always be a pirate. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
All right, right, welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of your business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. And Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. You can stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. And after work is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Thanks, Shirley Rhodes. Zach Lewis. At this time on Saturday, we'll be screaming and yelling and rooting on the Pirates.
It's true.
Zach Kaplan will probably be holding a camera, I would imagine. Sean will be holding a phone. Zach Kaplan's here. Is that?
I will be holding a suit in hand. I want to give a shout out to Max Pizer, who I believe is watching this live stream, and Olivia Kramer, the bride-to-be. I will be in the Boston suburbs at Max's wedding.
The old football season wedding.
Well, I'm not sure how much he's watching. I will try not to be watching college football during it, but, might have check a couple scores every so often, see how the Pirates are doing.
But, you going to the Pats game?
I'm not. I was just talking about that with Danny Beal off air. I think if I knew if it was Drake May's first start, I would have tried to make some changes to the itinerary. Maybe tried to stay in New England from 1 to 4:30 and then head over to Logan Airport and then fly back to Raleigh. But I think, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be missing much. Two bad teams who aren't doing anything this year. Going nowhere.
Jared Watkins chiming in on YouTube said, is that 7 on the TV? It appears it is. What's in the box? What's in the box?
What a great movie.
I bet Chandler's never seen it.
What do you think?
I just said what I think.
I would venture to say, nah.
You've never seen 7, have you?
I have.
You have?
Not.
He has seen Borat, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
He has seen the movie.
My success.
Pause, not.
7 is a movie you need to watch, John. Add it to your list of millions of movies.
Who stars in it?
Big Morgan.
Morgan Freeman.
Is Paltrow?
Gwyneth Paltrow, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman,
and then
Kevin
that
Spacey.
canceled guy, Kevin Spacey. Yeah.
But before he got canceled, this is like 95, I believe it came out.
Yeah. Way before the cancellation there. All right, good eye there, J-Bone. Jared, I got a question for you. Were you walking down, 5th Street in front of the Stop Shop on the other side of the road? Because I'm pretty sure I saw you, and I was on the other side of the road, and I said, Bone! And you didn't look. And then a guy on the same side of the sidewalk as me was walking towards me and probably thought I was insane. Just yelling,
Call him Bone?
No, just yeah. Well, he didn't know I was calling anybody Bone. He just thought I was a man walking on the street yelling Bone in the middle of the afternoon.
Bone!
Bone!
Don't look at that guy.
So if that was you, Jarrett, screw you for making somebody think I was an insane person. I'm pretty sure that was him. All right,
we'll find out.
Zach, so when are you heading to what I like to call Beantown?
I will be heading up Friday morning, so I'll be down on the coast tomorrow night for Touchdown Friday, and then hightailing it back to Greenville, get about 5 hours of sleep, wake up, drive to RDU, land in Boston 11 a.m., wedding 5 p.m., and have that Saturday night, and then fly back Sunday, anchor the 11 p.m. Sunday night.
All right.
Like nothing ever happened.
Like it just, yeah. Good day. Wait, so you are not doing Touchdown Friday?
I am doing touchdown Friday and then flying out after.
Okay, sorry. I missed that.
No, you're good.
Because I was going to say Bailey is not going to be doing touchdown Friday.
He is not. So Ken hosting, holding it down back in Greenville. I will be at our game of the week, Croatan and White Oak, giving the Coastal 3A some love, a league that gets overlooked a little bit. The Big Carolina is kind of where all the big cities are. I use big cities in quotes.
Winterville.
Yeah. The Hollywood Crossroads.
Yeah.
That's a part of town you're very familiar with.
Yeah.
And, your Havelocks, your Onslow County schools, that type of thing. That type of deal, as my boss would say.
And that kind of thing.
That kind of deal.
All right, good deal. So you'll be
and that kind of thing.
He'll be on Touchdown Friday with Ken Watlington and crew, WNCT.
Yes, sir.
Channel 9. You will be away from East Carolina and Charlotte. What is your take on the Niners and Pirates matchup?
Yeah, I was thinking about it when you guys were doing your vibe checks. I was sitting in Studio B there, and I think I'm probably at about 9.3 for ECU this week.
Wow, okay.
This is as confident as I have felt in them in a game all year, besides Norfolk State. That's implied.
Is it because of the opponent?
Yes. I think they're ready for him. I think this is the time to prove whether they're serious this year or not. This is a team. They are. When you look at the talent on the field, I think ECU has them in every category. The coaching, I would like to think ECU does as well. And I think this is the makings of them just pulling away, maybe actually just like riding it out to a safe 14-plus point win. I really don't see where Charlotte beats them on the field.
Pirates have not been able to close out games confidently, though.
Not at all.
Maybe that, I believe that changes this week.
Now's the time. The time is now.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to a person a source close to the situation. A source close to the situation.
To the participation?
Actually, very close to the participation. Participation. Close to the participation on the field. About like as close as you can get.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
And this person, it was a person.
Okay.
Not a dog.
I'm going to go and say it was a male.
Not PD. Right.
It was a man. Young man. But a man who said, it's time. Basically said what Zach said. Like,
that fires me up.
It's time to beat a team and not have to sweat it out like we do every week. And he said it's going to happen this weekend. That is what this young man close to the participation told me. So I like that attitude. Now, what that means nothing in the grand scheme of things, but Zach believes it. This young man believed it. I don't know if I'm quite ready to believe it. I do have the Pirates winning. I'm thinking more like a 28-13-ish type of game.
Yeah. I could see that.
But one that...
Is that not... It's like a late...
Yeah. One like every Mike Houston game that is a one-score game in the fourth quarter. Because we are allergic to playing those games. Wait, not allergic, addicted. We are allergic to not playing those games.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Sean, what kind of score are you thinking?
I'm thinking like 35-14. I think Pirates get it done. I think they have no problem at the end of the game. I think they run the ball out, and we're not going to be stressed like we were on Saturday and not like we have been at Old Dominion. So I think the Pirates get it done 35-14.
Our inability to put teams away bothers me, and, of course, there's one other thing. Our quarterback leads the nation in turnovers.
The what?
The nation.
But that's how we win games. If he doesn't throw picks, we lose games.
ECU 3-0 when Jake Garcia throws 2 or more picks. ECU 0-2 when he only throws 1 pick.
When he throws his second pick, people are going to go, yes.
I said, do we cheer now for picks?
Yeah.
It's one of those where you're like, yeah.
Would you go ahead?
No.
I guess you want to score on the first drive, but go ahead and maybe throw that first pick on the second drive. Get it out of the way.
I'm more hesitant about scoring on the first drive now after our 2 blown leads.
You want to go and throw a pick early then?
I wouldn't hate it.
Maybe 50 yards down the field like a punt?
I would prefer it be let's get down the field and then a risky third down toss down to the 20.
I got one for you. Maybe one early, and then end of the half, Hail Mary into the end zone pick.
Kind of meaningless.
It doesn't even feel like a pick, but it's a pick.
Good idea.
He's got him out of the way. He can toss that rock wherever he wants now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any confidence that we're going to have a turnover-free game at this point.
I haven't had one.
So that worries me a little bit. I do think it's going to be a partisan Pirate crowd.
I mean, Charlotte, I don't know. They got really lucky to beat a bad Rice team last week.
They did.
In front of about 100 people.
That missed by about a foot.
They did. They won a road game.
Yeah. And I just think this is the get right week. This is the get right game. You have you got to go to an academy coming out of the bye. You go into the bye at 4-2. You're feeling pretty good.
And then you have at Army. You go to West Point. That would be huge. 4-2, 2-0 in the league. So this game up is a big ball game if you're Mark Lindsay.
Big ball game? Did I just hear that?
Big ball game.
Shirley, do we have any big ball game? I know we have one with name redacted where I was let's see how many times we can say big ball game in one segment. If you got that, we can play that. Mike P said throw a pick in the end zone. Those count as two. Well, they don't, but that does give me an idea. What if we throw a pick on a 2-point conversion? So we go ahead and get the 6 points and get a pick. Get them both out of the way. Although those don't count on the official stats, I don't believe.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. You got to count them. They got to be official interceptions.
This might be our lowest passing game of the year if we target Charlotte's weakness.
So Zach is big on the Charlotte rushing yards allowed numbers.
They have a big dilemma.
Yeah. We'll talk to Nadu later. Spoiler alert, I talked to him at 2:30. And he talked about Charlotte. He said last year, at least they had a defense they could kind of count on. This year, they are horrific against the run and not too much better against the pass.
No.
Shirley, what do we got?
Yeah.
Big
ball game today.
Right.
How you feel about this big ball game?
It's just a big ball game. At the end of the day, it's a high stakes big ball game.
All those things you said makes today a big ball game. When you look at a big ball game like this, does UConn have the advantage in anywhere in tonight's big ball game?
It was interesting to break down such a big ball game. Two evenly matched teams creates for a big ball game. I think this is a big game for Holton Ahlers.
Big ball game.
You should be able to get enough stops to kind of win by a couple scores in this big ball game.
Also a big ball game tonight, I go, because it's senior night. I go big ball game tonight for Nate Harvey.
Big ball game for him to go out on top.
Appreciate everybody tuning in to us today, including Steve. Steve Hill on Twitter says, what a fantastic pregame show hosted by Clip. Big ball game, Brock. Big ball game coming up tonight in Orlando as well.
Boy, we're talking a lot of big ball games here in a short amount of time. I don't know how much I can handle this. Every week for UCF is a big ball game, and they continue to stack these big ball games on top of big ball games and keep on winning these big ball games. And I think that continues tonight with another big ball game win.
Have yourself a big ball game at tonight's big ball game.
I'll do that and watch some Thanksgiving big ball games.
Did y'all have a bet, like who could do the over-under on how many big ball games you could get into one segment?
Well, it's a big ball game. We want to talk about the big ball game. You'd probably agree this is a big ball game.
And it's a big ball game. We've been talking about it all week, how to practice.
Big ball game.
Big ball game, man.
There's no bigger ball game than the game that you're playing today.
A lot more to get to on this big ball game tonight after this big ball game.
There you go.
Wow. I counted, I think, at least 40 between you and name redacted. That's pretty awesome.
And Chandler dropped it. He said this is our first big ball game of the season.
It's a big ball game.
I think App State was personally, but I will also say, have you guys, one interesting storyline coming out of the Charlotte camp this week is a certain member of their coaching staff with Twitter fingers. Not sure if y'all saw that on the stream or in the studio here. I don't think
candy bar.
I don't think their attention's in the right spot, personally.
Oh, come on.
I think they're, the sellout and they're arguing with ECU fans about attendance and all that. I don't think their heads are in the right place, and I don't think they can get
arguing?
stops.
Some fan on Twitter?
Their defensive coordinator.
Their defensive coordinator wasn't arguing about attendance, was he?
He was arguing about fan support.
Well, I know, I saw that, but that has been squashed at this point.
They're not well run. They're not a well run program.
I agree with that.
I mean, I don't buy that at all. I think they're going to get psyched out in this game. Maybe it's close early, but I lean like a 3-point Pirate win would shock me more than a 21-point Pirate win.
Yeah.
With like Chandler saying 35-14, I'm thinking like 34-17. Like Pirate offense has their way, puts this game away in the third quarter, like they basically did this past week, and then they didn't. But this is a step down in competition by a big time margin, and I think they pull away late and win comfortably.
Little nugget on Facebook, or excuse me, on YouTube says Marlon Gunn breakout game incoming. I think he should say Marlon Gunn big ball game incoming.
How is Marlon Gunn? I hope he's healthy.
He only got one carry last week.
Baker, John David said earlier this week that they do want to distribute the carries out a little bit more than they've been doing.
Yeah, that stole my thought. Yeah, they made the point of emphasis in the press conference about, and I think running the ball will be an emphasis. Was their run defense stinks
out loud,
so bad. It's gonna be holes to run through.
Graham says, "Clip, are you really implying ECU could be susceptible to playing to the level?" What does that mean? Playing down to competition? Is that what he's saying?
I mean, they've proven they can do that too. They did that to Old Dominion.
By the way, everybody not named like Alabama and Georgia does that across America. Like upsets happen.
Penn State did it to Bowling Green.
Yeah, it happens. Donald says, my daughter keeps bragging about seeing the famous Clip Brock outside of Pirate Radio on Tuesday while walking out of UB.
Huh. Do you consider yourself famous?
In like a 2-mile radius, yes.
What list are you on? Like the F list or like?
I hope I'm not on your F list. I'm married.
Oh, wow. Well, Clip, hey.
I better not be on that list.
Chandler, those long drives with you to Campbell and back have made me row for you.
You just made the list.
You just made the list.
I'm on the DT list, the downtown list.
Okay.
I'm a downtown celebrity. Let's take a break. When we return, more on Pirate Radio Live with Zach Kaplan.
Bone did have some pizza for lunch.
Yeah, why didn't you acknowledge me, Jarrett?
Maybe he didn't hear you.
I guess, but that's very strange.
But he also might not be. If you said Jarrett, maybe he answers. Maybe he doesn't want to be acknowledged as Bone out in public.
Probably. I think that's more. He just maybe heard a guy. He probably didn't know what.
He didn't see his face, but he probably went, oh my God.
If I'd have said Jarrett, he probably would have looked, but I just yelled Bone.
Drop the J off J-Bone, huh?
I just like calling him Bone. All right. Mike P says, is the lack of carries for running backs because we don't sub on offense, so the defense can't sub? So if you go with a running back, you want him to go the whole drive. Maybe they only trust Harris at this point. Mike P, you're really throwing a lot at me here, man. We'll digest that and talk about it after this.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates!
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, K-Ross Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us on 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our Float Therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At K-Ross Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared, sauna, cold plunge, and salt halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at krossfloats.com. K-Ross Floats and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Holt Nailers. Join me for the Holt Nailers Show every week right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy to get the cash you need. For more, visit nfcmoney.com. And are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? CopyPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year. And they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a six-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. All right, Mike P has done some day drinking today. All right, so he says, I'm going to just go through the whole thread. Is the lack of carries for running backs because we don't sub on offense, so the defense can't sub? So if you go with a running back, you're kind of wanting to go with him the whole drive. Maybe they only really trust Harris at this point. I'm just going to end anything I say with a question mark. Thanks for taking my questions. You guys do a great job.
What a roller coaster.
I kind of like the idea on ending every sentence with a question mark.
Why would he do that?
John, good to see you.
Great to see you too.
Hope you have a great fifth quarter show Saturday.
He then says they should have a design run towards the sideline where they run towards to the running back they want to sub in, and then that guy just runs in, and maybe the ref misses it. So
maybe
all right,
James Bond turns into James Bond, and he just
Rajay
appears.
runs it towards the sideline. There is a big group of Pirate players there,
and they just go, all right, here's the ball.
And then
they ring around the rosy.
He gets around some big defensive linemen. Marlon Gunn is there, takes the ball from Rajay, runs back in,
and acts like he just got hurt. Like maybe he got,
flips the ball to the ref.
And everybody's like, good run, Marlon, good run.
Not a terrible idea.
And they don't notice the difference between 37 and 47. Maybe.
I think I need to hear more from Shane Connick. Did you listen to that interview from yesterday, Chandler?
I was
the Charlotte Observer guy.
No, I was at a meeting.
We follow each other on Twitter.
I was in a meeting with Ellerby, and I heard the guy yelling and screaming and having a great time.
He got me so fired up for life. He is so enthusiastic about everything. And I told him genuinely, I was like, dude, keep up this enthusiasm, keep up this love for sports. And I wrote, I'm keeping an eye on his name. I'm going to say he's going to be a star in the business because he just graduated college last year. And he's already done a lot of things.
Went to Maryland, great school.
He's a Terp. So there you go. All right.
Football is a certain school in the Big Ten, but that's okay.
Zach, you have a friend named Josh.
I do. You've met him?
Where'd I meet him?
At Sports Trivia, Redskins, Bengals, Monday Night Football.
Oh, yeah. Trainer?
Yes.
Okay. What's the next Boston team Zach will see lift a championship trophy? Before we ask Zach, let's ask everybody else. Zach Lewis, next Boston team. Well, that's easy.
I mean, I have my answer.
Celtics.
Yeah.
Can we take out the Celtics?
Okay, yeah. Let's do it without the Celtics.
Red Sox, Pats, and I got to be honest, I don't know a lot about the Bruins.
And the Revolution.
We got a real goaltender issue at the moment.
And the New England Revolution.
Yeah, keep the Revs in there. They're probably the worst of the worst, and that's hard to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go Bruins.
Well, without knowing anything about them, I would agree because it's not the Patriots. And
how are the Sox?
I mean, the Sox are like a 500 team, right?
They literally finished. They couldn't be more mid than they were this year. 81 wins and 81 losses.
Yeah.
The definition of mid.
Yeah. So,
but they do have a lot of a few guys, a few stars in the farm, and Christian Campbell is now the #1 rated prospect in all of baseball by Keith Law from The Athletic. So the future's looking good there. Will ownership actually invest in the team? Different story. The Bruins have $64 million problems right now, and all of them are in their net. Jonas Korpisalo is their opening night netminder at the moment.
Jonas Korpisalo?
Yes.
That guy sucks.
That's what I said.
Dude, if I knew Jonas Korpisalos was on your team, I wouldn't even have let you been in here today. Jonas Korpisalo, Chandler. Can you believe that?
Jonas Korpisalo.
He is the current opening night goaltender for the Boston Bruins, unless they reach a contract agreement with Jeremy Swayman, and it is playing out publicly and it is playing out ugly. So, not feeling good about that one.
When is opening night?
I believe they're next Thursday. The Canes are next Friday.
Wow.
Touchdown Friday and Canes opener against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
All right.
Shout out Canes Corner there. That's a Harps thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know when the Islanders are opening. Sorry, Brett. But that is right around the corner. They just played in the preseason last night. So,
Zach, do you follow the NBA rather closely? Not closely?
I follow the Hornets.
Yeah.
Hornets.
All right, I'm going to ask Sean and Zach Lewis. Maybe I should ask you too. Boston is the favorite to win the championship. Who has the second best odds? It's a Western Conference team.
Milwaukee?
I'm going to give... It's a Western Conference team.
Sorry.
All right, Zach, I'll just go with you. All right, name 5 Western Conference teams.
Kings,
No.
Suns,
No.
Warriors,
No.
Grizzlies.
No, you got one left.
We're going to go with the Mavs.
No.
Dang.
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, that was my next guess.
Nuggets are up there too, right?
So here it is.
The oldest guy on the Thunder is Alex Caruso at 30.
Well, can we talk about the Thunder? So who do they got?
Shea.
SGA.
Alex Caruso.
Chet Holmgren.
Chet. Yeah. God, are they really second, though? So it goes Celtics, Thunder, Knicks, Sixers, Nuggets, Timberwolves.
Value in the Nuggets.
Yeah, and plus 950.
If you had to give me one of those top 6, value in Denver.
NBA Cup. Celtics also a favorite for that. Who won last year's NBA Cup?
Lakers did.
That was what I wanted.
They made a big deal out of it.
That's what I wanted the Hornets to focus on. Just go all in on that thing, because we're not going to do anything else. Let's try to win that thing.
If you're not going to win a title, just win the in-season title.
Yeah.
They actually have a promising future. They have made, in my opinion, some smart moves of late. The Hornets.
Super team.
What moves?
I think Charles Lee could be a good coach there.
We have a good lineup clip.
Who?
He's the top.
Our starting 5 is solid.
Who are they?
You want to go through them, Chandler? So we got Mark Williams.
Hurt.
He has an ankle problem that is going to be fine. His back's fine.
You know what? I'm with you, Zach. He'll be just fine.
Who's the point guard?
Brandon. Well,
who's the point guard?
Does LaMelo play point or is he doing shooting? Okay.
All right, 2 hurt guys.
Miles Bridges.
Hurts other people.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
who else?
guy.
Well,
Brandon Miller.
Indirectly hurts people. And who's the last one?
He was not guilty.
Josh Green.
Josh Green. It'll be
I don't know
Josh
who that
Green.
is.
It's possible.
Not a real
that,
person.
Grant starts too.
Weirdo.
Hey, have you seen that thing? Oh my lord.
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is a big fan of Grant Williams.
And I understand why.
So there's our team, folks. Be proud.
Jerry Jones landed on the practice field today. Big news, guys.
They will not be as
He
bad.
landed the helicopter on the practice field mid-practice.
Is that true?
That was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
He did it anyways.
Oh my God.
Now that 10 teams get in for the play-in, they will be out of the basement in the East.
I wish I had confetti.
They'll be
throw right now.
They'll be flirting with the 10. Dare I say, if they stay healthy, big if, but Boston will be the next. If I had to pick a Boston team, and then probably
Oh my God, we got to take a
Sox.
break. What am I doing?
Yeah, we probably should.
See you, Zach.
It's been real. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, touchdown Friday night.
I'll be down the coast.
You'll be on the coast, and have fun in your hometown this weekend.
Shout out Max and Olivia. Let's get hitched.
Congratulations.
Them, not me.
Make it last. Compromise.
Should we throw on fifth quarter at the party?
Yeah. Call in.
He mentioned that last night.
Call in from the, I guess that'll be the reception.
Don't do like Bryce Williams did and cuss.
Oh, yeah. He called in from a wedding reception and cussed. We had to kick him off.
I may step out.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks for having me.
We'll need you to step out right now.
All right.
We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Kevin Monroe joins us after this.
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza downtown for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates! Pirates.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Are you guys ready for some ECU football? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And to kick this season off, we're doing 90 days till first payment on all Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. Also, up to $9,500 off new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row and up to $7,000 off the 24 model Jeep Grand Cherokee 3rd row. Don't forget to check out our huge selection of affordable used vehicles starting from $699 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical-grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard, until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. You can book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the Pirates fly. And Saturdays are made for pirate traditions and beer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, looking forward to the Bud Light pregame tailgate kicking off 11:30 a.m. on Saturday. We'll take you up to the 3:30 kickoff after the game. The U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, one of the co-hosts of that program, Kaden Norman, will join us on the show later on today. And joining us now, color analyst for ECU home games, former East Carolina cornerback, he is Kevin Monroe, joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Kevin, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, Cliff. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well. Looking forward to some Pirate football. Revenge on the minds for East Carolina as they take on Charlotte this week. A ugly loss to the 49ers last year, 10-7 here at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Trying to right some wrongs from that and trying to, for once, Kevin, maybe have an easy fourth quarter, because it certainly wasn't that way against UTSA. The teams kept trading possessions. I asked during the game, what's the record for the most possessions in the fourth quarter, because just never seen the ball traded back and forth like that. But again, East Carolina relies on their defense to get the win. What'd you think of the way the Pirates won last week?
You know what? It was good to see the victory, considering the Pirates were down 13-3 early, right? They scored the quick 3 points. So shout out to Perez, who came in and has settled down the kicking game at least for 1 week, making all of his field goals and extra points. So it felt like early on, after taking that 3, even though it was like a 3rd and short, Pirates didn't pick it up, and it became a 4th and short right on the, go. They decided to take the 3 points. That's the only 3 they get in that first quarter, and they get behind. And so it's a different experience, right? All of a sudden, you're playing from behind instead of the last 2 weeks where it was 16-0, 17-0, you're out front, and the team's trying to catch you. The Pirates were playing catch-up, and I think it made them focus more. It made them play harder defensively. It made them try to get some first downs and try to get some points offensively. And for whatever reason, they seem to play better from behind. Now, I'm not suggesting they should try to get behind every game, but at least this week it worked for them. Second and third quarters offensively were good quarters. They moved the football. They got touchdowns. They got themselves in good situations to score points. And defensively, they started to kind of turn it on. The fourth quarter, not as good offensively, but the defense really dialed up an extra notch in the fourth quarter. I love how they put pressure on McCown, kind of tracing him around the field. And, didn't get as many sacks, but they at least made him work, and they were getting some pressures and forcing him into some tough throws. So I like seeing that. We were another week removed from Savone Rebel not being out there, and so I love the way the defensive backs responded. Maybe had some missed opportunities with some dropped interceptions, but Rogers finally gets one. They make a couple plays, but they settled in and they did their jobs. They weren't getting beat downfield. They weren't giving up a lot of third down conversions in the second half. So I liked what I saw from the Pirates much more this week than I have in the past.
Kevin Monroe joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. Kevin had one of the all-time announcer jinxes, and I've never heard it before on a broadcast, Kevin. But you and your teammates were being honored for the 1999 team, and I guess your family was there. And apparently, was your wife, I guess, in the booth, Kevin, because there was a catch. And so they ruled it. You'll have to remind me of the specifics. They ruled it incomplete, but it was called a catch. Either way, during the replay, you said my wife is wrong. And right when you said that, I was like, the wife is never wrong. This is not going to go good for ECU, Kevin, or anybody. And sure enough, the wife was right. That was an all-time funny radio moment there, though, Kevin.
Yeah, I think it was Sowell caught a pass on the sideline, or didn't catch a pass on the sideline, rather. And live, it looked like he was out of bounds. And even in the first replay, it looked like he was out of bounds. But I couldn't see it. And so, the wife said, oh, incomplete. She was in the booth. She's like, his foot was out of bounds. And so when we saw the first replay, I was like, oh, well, this right foot got down before the left foot did. He's in bounds. She's not right. They're going to overturn this. We're going to be good to go. And what I didn't see in the replay was, I guess, as he went to the ground, he didn't have full control of the ball. They said the ball was moving or whatever. And so they did rule it incomplete. And I had to eat crow in the air and say that the wife is right, and she's always right, is what I should have said.
Awesome moment there. That was great. And hopefully that did not go home with you as well. Hopefully everything was cleared up in the booth and you didn't pay for that one.
Funny, so we were good.
All right, good deal. Kevin Monroe joining us. Another week of turnovers for the Pirates, and just an insane stat, Kevin. The Pirates are 3-0 when Jake Garcia throws 2 or more interceptions. They are 0-2 when he only throws 1 in the game. So go figure that out. But I ask the John David Baker, Mike Houston, everybody we talked to, kind of the progress report on the quarterback and the passing game for ECU. So after 5 weeks, how do you feel about Jake Garcia in the passing game?
You know what? I personally probably would have given Hauser a chance after week 2. But you know what? Jake Garcia has played better since week 2. And so, maybe I'm wrong. He's not taking as many chances. He's not making as many bad throws. Sure, there's still been some turnovers, but they're not as many like forced passes or just really, questionable decisions. He seems to be making more and more the right reads, which is what the coaches are giving him the opportunity to do. We still haven't seen Hauser in a game situation, so we don't know how to compare the two of them. So all we know about is what happens at practice. And so, he certainly doesn't have a grade of an A. I'd give him maybe a B- through the first 5 weeks. But he's moving the chains. They're getting at least getting in the field goal range. I'd love to get more 6s and 3s. But this offense is certainly moving a lot better than it moved a year ago this time. So Pirate fans can't be so upset with the way the offense is playing, considering what we went through last year, specifically in that UNCC game where you score 7 points and just have so many opportunities to win that game and you don't. So, I give him a B- or so. You lead the nation in turnovers, probably warrants a C, but he's found a way to make some big throws and get the ball in the hands of his playmakers and have more wins than losses.
Man, and we do have some playmakers. That is something we can say this year that we weren't so sure about last year. Winston Wright is electric. Anthony Smith, catch and run with nobody around him the other day. So we're seeing these playmakers make some plays. Kevin, a question we get a lot is, distribution of the wide receiver, but also carries as far as running backs go. And will we see more, diversity in the run game with Marlon Gunn, with London Montgomery, with those guys, or will it still be a heavy dose of Rajay? So how about, and Yannick Smith as well? We want to see more of him. Now, he makes the big play, and you described that one wonderfully. I was listening. I was driving in my car, and didn't see the play until after the game, but makes the one-handed catch with a guy draped all over him. And then 5 minutes later commits an awful freshman penalty that gives UTSA a first down. So the freshman roller coaster there. But people want to see more Smith. People want to see, hey, what else do we have at running back? What do you think about seeing some different guys on the field in different situations?
So one of the questions that I asked JDB, John David Baker, a couple weeks ago about the running back position was, is there a guy that you feel more comfortable with as it pertains to the passing game? And he said, as it pertains to catching the football, not necessarily. They all catch the football about the same. He said, but as it pertains to pass pro, picking up, incoming defensive ends or linebackers that are blitzing, just blocking, being an extra blocker, he feels most comfortable with Rajay. And so that'll probably tell you why Rajay is in there more often. It won't say why he's in there for more carries, but I guess if you're in for that series because we want to throw the football a little bit, you're probably going to stay in it and run the football as well. So just keep that in mind, I guess. It's kind of one of those things where, everybody knows I'm a Cowboy fan, and Zeke is so good at pass protection, right? So he gets his opportunities because he loves to block. And so when you block, they hand you the football. It's kind of that deal there. And so that's probably why Rajay's got more carries. As these other guys get better at blocking and picking up those particular, pass protection schemes, they will probably get more carries. But the other thing they're looking for is they're looking for more of a burst out of the backfield. They're looking for more of a home run hitter. They don't have that anymore without Keaton Mitchell. Obviously, Rajay can do it some. He did it, early in the season, but he's not that every time he touches it, go to the house kind of guy. And so, some of these other guys that have more top end speed or maybe a little more shiftier in the hole may get more opportunities because, JDB and Coach Houston have been saying from the beginning of the season they want to see 10 to 12 explosion plays a game. Plays of 15 yards or more, 20 yards or more throughout the game, and we have not had a game yet where we've had 10 to 12. We've had a handful, but that's what they want to see. And so they think they have it blocked up correctly. They think they have the play call correctly, and either the running back's not making the right read, not making the right cut, or whatever. So I do expect those guys to get more reps running backs wise, but just know that Rajay and his ability to pick up the protections better is the reason he plays more. And as it pertains to receiver, I mean, yeah, you go with the guys that are the playmakers. So Anthony Smith and Sowell and Winston Wright, they're no brainers because they can catch the ball and they've got good speed. They get downfield. Both Smith and Sowell have great range, being over 6'2" and taller, to be able to go up and make nice plays. And then Winston Wright, just in the open field, you're not going to catch him. And so they're going to get their opportunities. But yeah, some of these younger guys and these extra guys we've been hearing about throughout the season and in the off season, I'd love to see those guys play a little bit more just to see what else is there. Who can help to help this offense in the future. We were so excited about Riles and Kelly at the tight end spots after game one, and then now they've somewhat disappeared. So you just never know who's going to be effective in the offense. But I'd love to see more guys active in it. I'll tell you that.
Kevin Monroe joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. Kevin, I assume you diagnose the opponent a lot more when you'll be on the call for a home game than when East Carolina goes on the road. But basically, the tale of the tape on Charlotte is they're 2-3. One of those wins, an FCS win. I'm not going to poo-poo any road FBS win, and I was kind of surprised to see them go to Rice and get one last week. So they're 2-3 overall, 1-0 in league play. They have the fewest points scored out of all AAC teams this year with 89. They have the third most points allowed with 166. They cannot stop the run. They have shown that through 5 games. So we saw them last year, just a pitiful game at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. I think this game will be a lot more competitive, a lot more plays, a lot more interesting and entertaining. But what's your take on our opponent this week and the Pirates going to Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte has drummed up some excitement around their program here recently. They get the win on the road at Rice. They had one home win against, Gardner Webb. And so they've had 3 straight sellout crowds, or this will be the 3rd straight sellout crowd, rather, this Saturday. And so they've got some excitement, but I don't think they're where they need to be yet in terms of competing in FBS football and being a bowl-eligible type team. They lack at certain spots. I think defensive line and linebacker are those spots right now, as you mentioned, not being able to stop the run. They've had some struggles at quarterback. They've played 3 different ones this season. I think Deshaun Purdy was the one that finished the game last week, and so he may be the guy that gets the nod. We don't know. I think the Pirates are preparing for all 3 of them. So they've had some struggles moving the ball and scoring points offensively. Same issues they had last year, and they found a way to beat the Pirates. So hard to say how this game's going to land. I certainly think the Pirates are favored, even on the road, and I think they have an opportunity to win by multiple scores. I just don't know. Charlotte's got a ton of athletes. They've got the ability to do it, and they stayed the course last year and found a way to win. So the Pirates, I think, have to come out not necessarily fast, but they've got to come out and move the chains. Sometimes they get going too fast. You get those 3 and outs. You get the ball down to 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. They try to go really quickly, and they run the very obvious run play and get stopped, and they're off the field. They need to give the defense more rest. So I'd love to see some 8, 9, 10-play drives. That's not necessarily what this high up-tempo offense is all about. They score quickly when it's working correctly. But to give that defense more time to rest, I'd love to see some more sustained drives, moving the ball down the field. So we'll see how they play. But certainly this is a Charlotte team that's beatable if the Pirates play at their best.
Great breakdown from Kevin Monroe joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. Kevin, we'll talk a little NFL before we let you go because I am enjoying my Sundays for the first time in a long time. Washington and Jaden Daniels, Cliff Kingsbury just looking amazing on offense, out to a 3-1 start, trying to get to 4-1 when they take on the Browns and try to leave those other teams in the dust in the NFC East. Cowboys on the road at Pittsburgh, Giants on the road at the Seahawks, and the Eagles are off this week. So I don't know, Kevin, are you ready to say that the Commanders are a legit contender to win the division this year?
They're certainly a contender. We'll leave the whole win the division part out of it. We're a long ways from that.
All right.
They're a contender on Sundays when they line up. It's funny, Jamie Wilson is a huge Commanders fan.
Yeah.
And last year on social media, he was at almost every game, and he was posting his outfit for the game and talking trash, and you guys are terrible. And then this year, he's not posting anything. I haven't seen him, and all of a sudden you guys are playing well. So I think it's probably the Jamie Wilson jinx is what's happening right now. But yeah, I love Jaden Daniels, loves him at LSU. I think he's a heck of a player. I love Robinson at running back, and he's one of my favorite running backs out there. He runs hard, he's quick, he's fast. Definitely got some good players. McLaurin, wide receivers, is getting the job done. So listen, I like what I see from the Commanders. I don't trust it. I don't believe it. There's no way Jaden Daniels is going to throw for 82% for the whole season. So some of that's going to start to fall apart. And I'm just waiting for the Cliff Kingsbury, the kind of the tail end of it, where with Kyler Murray out in Arizona. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that part to happen when they get tired of the experiment. So we'll see what happens.
Very well could happen. It's interesting to look around this division, and the Giants, especially if Neighbors is out, he's their kind of one guy that scares you, but he's suffering an injury right now. Eagles, just I don't know if Sirianni's going to last the year. They have the talent to win out and be the one seed in the NFC, but something just don't seem right there. Something doesn't smell right. And then I think Dallas will be solid throughout the year, but they got a beast of a schedule, right, Kevin? They got at Pittsburgh this week, followed up with the Lions, Niners, at Atlanta, Eagles, Texans. Good grief! And then they're at the Commanders. So that's a tough schedule for Dallas.
They're going to have to win some games they're not supposed to win.
Yeah.
And it was unfortunate they've lost some that they could have won because they're going to need those wins later in the season. But no doubt about it, they're going to have to win some games they're not supposed to win. The Eagles, not enough people talk about it, but they lose their best offensive lineman in Jason Kelsey, and in my opinion, their best defensive lineman in Fletcher Cox. They both retired in the same year, and so they're struggling to stop the run. They're struggling to run the football consistently. They're not even doing the tush push as good as they used to because of without Jason Kelsey. So it's interesting to see how they figure that out. And Jalen Hurts seems like a different quarterback than he was a year ago or even 2 years ago. So they're struggling a little bit. The Giants are the Giants. They're good because Malik Neighbors is pretty good. This new running back's pretty good, but they won't win very many games because they don't have a whole lot else going on.
Kevin, good stuff, man. Thank you for joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Get a bye week coming up next week, and then if the Pirates win this week, Kevin, 4-2, they'll likely be at 6-0 Army the next time they take the field, and all of a sudden we're playing some big football games in mid to late October. So that's exciting to think about.
That is exciting. They'd be 2 games away from being bowl eligible, which is really awesome considering last season. So, yeah, I'm excited about this weekend. We'll be there. Unfortunately, Marcus will be there as a recruit for UNCC, but that's okay. We'll still be there, and I'll be quietly cheering for the Pirates.
Well, congratulations on that, Kevin. That's awesome, man. Appreciate you joining us. We'll talk again soon.
All right, man. Later.
There is Kevin Monroe joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live line. The Monroe name continues in the football world.
Has he took a visit to East Carolina yet?
I don't know. Maybe one week we'll do a breakdown on Kevin's kids' recruitment and where all he has looked at so far. But that's pretty cool.
Another one on the 99 team, David Garrard's son, someone needs to go out after that kid. Heard he's got a lot of talent.
I think the WWE needs to go after him.
Yeah.
He is a big fella.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
I also need you to, at some point, because it is about that time of year.
Oh, yeah.
We need hints from K-Mo.
We need to ask the important questions.
We got to hit the hard-hitting questions.
What are you going to be for Halloween this year?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need to know.
Good call, Shirley.
Matt Redmond says, I've watched Charlotte a little bit this year. They simply cannot tackle. All right.
Sounds like they can't do a lot of things.
I like that. I like the idea of East Carolina just giving the ball to Rajay and him running.
I really want to see a big run game from us, whether that's Rajay, Marlon Gunn, Bond if he plays. I really want us to see us gash them because it sounds like their rush defense is not good, and it sounds like their tackling's not good. So I really want to attack them on the run game.
Let's take a break. Kevin just texted me and said, all right, man, later. He said, what was that? Sorry, been a long day. I didn't really think anything of it. Just thought he was being kind of casual.
Later.
Later. All right, we'll take a break, come back. When we return, Jeff Nadu joins us. We'll talk about tonight's slate, Friday's slate, ECU Charlotte.
About his Eagles.
A little bit on the Birds, and more. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you at the
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving back for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and with every vehicle purchased, they will donate $100 to Eastern North Carolina Cancer Services. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey Pirate Nation, Dank Burrito is coming to Greenville. Everyone loves a good burrito, but they're always the same basic flavors. Basic is boring. Dank Burrito is not your basic burrito joint. We use global flavors and fresh to death ingredients to make new kinds of burritos, bowls, and tacos you never knew you'd love so much. Dank Burrito is the official burrito of the ECU Pirates, 108 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Check us out at dankburrito.com or on Facebook. Go Pirates!
There's more to fall than just Pirate football. It's also a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. Why should you list your house for sale in the fall?
It's a low inventory market. Right now, Pitt County is experiencing a shortage of homes on the market, especially at certain price points. Currently, there's only about 2.5 months of home inventory available, with the average sales price sitting right at $300,000. Visit our website, encpiraterealty.com, to connect with our experienced team of agents. Go Pirates!
Picture this, the perfect summer barbecue. No stress, no responsibilities, just all your friends, burgers and hot dogs on the grill, and a delicious, refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar in your hand. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Burgers sizzling, hot dogs cooking, Pepsi Zero Sugar fizzing, and a backyard of very, very happy people. Oh yeah, we could get used to this. Very, very used to this. Grilling. Better with Pepsi.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Pirate Radio.
It's never like the same stuff you hear every morning or like every afternoon on talk shows.
Your locally owned, locally operated radio station.
There's always new content.
That's the way I like it.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at atlanticwireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Adam Schefter probably has some miserable mentions because he is the bearer of bad news. Just keep seeing all these tweets coming out. Joe Mixon, Texans running back, did not practice today. Brian Robinson, for the second straight day, did not practice for the Commanders.
Man, B-Rob.
I don't like to hear that.
Get well soon, brother.
Chiefs place a receiver, Rashee Rice, on injured reserve. Taysom Hill has fractured his ribs, according to Dennis Allen. There's like no good news on this. Malik Neighbor seems like a long shot to be ready for the game against Seattle. Had a concussion. Jonathan Taylor, dealing with an ankle sprain, is not likely to practice today for the Colts. The Denver Broncos wear throwback uniforms. All right, there's some non-injury news.
Yeah, that's still bad news.
So
they're not bad.
I was able to pick up Jeremy McNichols, John.
Oh man,
so
big game from McNichols last week.
If Robinson doesn't play, he's going in my starting lineup.
Give him the carries. Give him the workload.
And there are some pretty big buys this week. Maybe it's just my fantasy team, but the Eagles are out, which takes away Hurts. The Eagles are off, not out. The Lions are out, takes away Laporta. The Chargers are out, takes away a couple of my receiving options. Titans also off.
Titans need one, especially after the win on Monday night. Try to regroup.
Regroup after a win? Okay.
Well, you get a win, and then you get some rest, regroup, and get on a win streak.
All right.
You can win. You can regroup after a win too, win or loss.
Well, you played football, I didn't. So
you don't understand.
I don't. But when you win a game, you need to regroup.
They go away from each other.
Go away. All right.
And then they regroup.
They get together as a group.
The group goes away.
They disassemble.
And then the group gets back together, and then that term is regrouping.
It's okay. All right. I got it. See, man, there's so many things you need to teach me about the intricacies of football and being in the locker room.
Yeah.
Because you were in the locker room.
Oh, for sure.
You were in the huddle. You were at the two-a-days.
We didn't have two-a-days. Thank gosh.
Thank gosh. All right. Shirley's giving me a thumbs up. Either she is challenging me to a thumb war, or Jeff Nadu, ready to go. Talked to him earlier inside Studio C about tonight, tomorrow night, and the weekend. Let's hear it right now. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Jeff Nadu, to get you ready for the football weekend. Games coming up Thursday and Friday as well. Jeff, how you doing today, man?
Good. How are you, Clip?
Hey, doing all right. Looking forward to some NFL and college football tonight. Couple of college football games. Texas State, Troy, Sam Houston at UTEP. And then in the NFL, it's an NFC South matchup. Falcons hosting the Bucks. Anything going on for you this Thursday, Jeff? You into any of these games at all?
I can't say I am.
Yeah.
But you know, that's sometimes the cost of doing business. I liked the Thursday night game last week with Army, but can't say I like it this week.
One game Friday night we were talking about the other day, Syracuse at UNLV. And boy, did UNLV look amazing last week with the different quarterback. They hammer Fresno State. I kind of get concerned when teams enter the top 25 and now they're a favorite. They got a number beside their name. Syracuse is making a long trip out there to UNLV. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning Syracuse here. I like what UNLV's done, but 6.5, 7 points is a lot. Any thoughts on, and also on Friday night, Houston, TCU, Michigan State, Oregon, Jacksonville, Kennesaw. Interested in any of these on Friday?
Yeah, I played 6.5 with Syracuse. I think it's a great spot. Very astute point by you. I'm generally a fan of fading teams off of being ranked for the first time, throw in the fact that they're reading a lot of their headlines. That was an emotional game last week. A lot of things going on with them being the kind of the center of the universe with the quarterback moving on and all the stuff that came out. It seems like they really rallied around each other and played well. That said, I'm a fan club of fading teams off of big performances and that have overachieved defensively, particularly through the air. You look at UNLV, 88th in passing defense, haven't exactly played anyone just yet. And look, I'll give them credit. Did a nice job last week, but Kyle McCord is the number one passer in the country right now as far as yards per game. They're going to attack down the field. They're a team that no one in the market wants to back due to the fact that they haven't really played well. They lost to Stanford a couple of weeks ago. They've really been on a bye, though, the last 2 weeks. I mean, Holy Cross isn't a team to really worry about. They've had plenty of time to prepare. Flying into Vegas isn't real big. Give me Q's.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you are on that one. I tailed you quite a bit last week, and it paid off, Jeff. As we go to Saturday, East Carolina and Charlotte, ECU continues to be a good under team, and now this total is at 47.5. Last year, the total was 17 for this game, as Charlotte beat East Carolina 10-7 in one of the worst football games ever played. The Pirates are 8-point favorites on the road. Going to be a lot of East Carolina fans there in that stadium, Jeff. Any thoughts on the ECU matchup this week?
Yeah, I remember this game last year. I had the under. It was one of my favorite bets I've probably ever made. I was dialed in perfectly on that one. I kind of like ECU. Haven't really gotten them much right this year as far as the side, but I think Charlotte's a bad team. They haven't really played well against good competition at all. Have lost by I think 18 or more stepping up. So this is a game where you kind of hope for ECU, no turnovers, kind of do what you did last week. And again, when I say not do what you did last week, they had 2 more turnovers, but, try to just not turn the ball over, throw the ball at a high level and play good defense. That's kind of what you expect out of ECU. I had this number more at like 10.5. So I think there's value at 7.5, 8 on ECU. And I think the market does too, because this is 50-50 betting wise, but nearly 100% of the money coming in early this week has been from sharp money on ECU. So I like ECU here to roll.
Jeff, over the years, I like to talk about the state of North Carolina and the football teams here, but it's because I like to hear an outsider's perspective. We have our biases as an East Carolina guy. We don't like State, Carolina, all those teams, so I like to hear an outsider's thoughts. But it is so bad this year. I don't even really bring it up with you much. North Carolina is a home dog to Pitt. They have been bad. NC State, 5.5-point favorite over Wake Forest. Boy, Clawson's had some great years there. I think he may have peaked with the Demon Deacons. They are bad. App State will be on the road at Marshall. App State and Liberty were postponed due to the awful flooding there in the western part of the state. But, man, just some bad football. Duke's undefeated. They hadn't really played anybody that came back and beat North Carolina last week. But just some bad football going on in this state this year.
Yeah, there is. And if we're talking about even a Charlotte, I mean, last year they could kind of fall back. They had a pretty good defense, right? A lot of them to stay in games, i.e. the game last year against ECU. But you look at this year, 111th in rushing yards per game allowed, 114th in passing yards allowed. This is one of the worst 15 defenses in America, giving up nearly 35 points a game. They're not a good offense. And you really look around the state, you're right. I mean, Duke's kind of the talk. They're 5-0. They're bowl eligible with a win here this week against Georgia Tech. But outside of that, it has been a rough go of it. If I'm North Carolina, I mean, if I'm Mac Brown, I would look towards retiring. I mean, you give up 70 to JMU, then you give up essentially a 20-point lead against Duke and lose against a bitter rival. That can't happen.
Jeff, not the most attractive slate as far as headline games this Saturday, which that doesn't bother you. You like to get into the weeds anyway. So anything you're looking at for a couple of days from now?
Yeah, one of the first bets I made this week, I bet 10 with Army. This one's up to 12.5. Don't really mind that much. Tulsa's really struggled against the run this year. I kind of have Tulsa kind of power rated near Temple. Army's just a great team to back. They play good defense. They don't commit bad penalties and make mistakes. They score touchdowns in the red zone. They really leave no doubt, too. I mean, if they're laying 12-13, I mean, they're generally up 30. You don't have to worry about any backdoor. I also, for that matter, like Navy a little bit. I don't like Navy as much just because this is a commander-in-chief game. That said, Air Force has been really bad. This is a bad football team this season. Clip, I'm getting there a little bit, and I might be crazy, but I'll sell high on Clemson a little bit and buy low in Florida State. Could they be any worse with this new quarterback? I mean, again, I know they've looked completely lost, but, I mean, if you can't get off the mat for this game, are you ever going to? They're getting 15 points here.
Nadu is not afraid to buy low. You did it last week with the Jaguars. I don't know if many people that had Jacksonville, and that worked out. And I tailed you on that. Although, did you see the very end, Jeff? Was there potential for that to completely blow up?
No, I actually, if I were a ref, I'd have marked that a touchdown. I was blown away that they didn't mark it a touchdown.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was in. But this is, again, when you do not back the square side, you generally will win. A lot of public money came in against the Jags. No one wants to back them right now. I knew, Clip, right away when they got the ball, they were going to do some stupid, lateral.
Yeah.
And yeah, it probably should have lost, but I pretended I just didn't see it, so I didn't worry.
Boy, Danny Beal's Patriots are a favorite this week. That's not going to happen a lot. You got Pats -1 over the Dolphins. My Commanders, boy, I'm concerned, and I get it, I understand, but only 3-point favorites to Cleveland, who has looked really bad. That bothers me a little bit, Jeff. Anything you're looking at for Sunday?
Yeah, I'm looking at New England a little bit. I mean, no one really wants to back them right now, so I think there'll be a fine bet to make. No one's going to be betting them. The Dolphins are bad without Tua. This is a bad team. Seems like their receivers are kind of disinterested. I don't like their defense at all. I like New England at home. I think at the end of the day, they do have a better defense here. And let's be real. I mean, I think they probably have the better offense as well. They've lost a couple of games in a row to Miami. I like New England a little bit this week. I think they get off the schneid here.
Yeah, just looking interesting to see the Pats a favorite. The Jags are a favorite against the Colts with what they got going on. Good one in the North, Ravens and Bengals. The Broncos are a favorite. It's a weird week in the NFL where you see a lot of these teams' favorites, although the Broncos did just go to New York and win a weird one. Early bye for the Birds, Jeff, as they try to get things right here.
Yeah, well, I would say they need it. They're playing poorly right now. I will tell you, Clip, a game that I also like. I've been playing kind of in a way I can Bengals overs right now. This team can't stop anybody. Their offense has been pretty good. Ravens have been a great bet over the total this year so far. Great rushing offense. I don't love their pass defense. I think that's kind of a mirage, though they did play well last week. Bengals have been an over machine recently.
Yeah, the Commanders as well. Do you kind of zig off of that or keep it going with their overs the way they play?
I think you probably have to. I've noticed last week that Deshaun Watson was a lot more effective, which is nice. Even in a loss, I guess getting near 20 was a win. They're a bad team, the Browns, though. I don't have much issue with it. It's still pretty low. I feel like the Browns can get into the 20s finally. Commanders throw and have a good offense. So, yeah, I could see that as well.
They do good stuff. We've got college basketball media days and things like that going on, so that's exciting. I'm sure you already taken a look at what's coming up this college basketball season, looking at lineups, rosters, stuff like that.
Put some futures in, actually, a couple of days ago. So.
All right, good deal. Start talking about that more and more with you when you join us here on the show. Jeff, appreciate it, man. Good luck this weekend. Give him a follow on Twitter at JeffNadu, and we'll talk to you again soon, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Clip.
All right, joining us today Jeff Nadu joining us here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live, your primetime games this week. Bucks and Falcons tonight on Amazon Prime. Sunday night, Cowboys Steelers. Monday night, Saints at the 4-0 Chiefs. Your college football game tonight. Zach, do you watch the college game instead of the NFL game? You seem like you'd be that type.
Absolutely.
Will you be watching Texas State and Troy tonight?
I imagine.
Texas State is a 14-point favorite total in the upper 50s in that game. So the Bobcats tore apart UTSA 49-10. They also beat Lamar. They lost by 3 to Arizona State, lost by 1 to Sam Houston last week. So this is a stay away for me.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
Did you see there's a game in El Paso?
Oh, what's going on, Gary?
Well, amongst all the, I won't say it, but there is a game in El Paso.
And it is?
Sam Houston State State. And UTEP.
El Chuco.
And the Sun Bowl.
In the Sun Bowl.
With their new helmets.
Who?
UTEP. Wearing the El Chuco helmets.
What is that?
It's just one of their many nicknames.
They already have cool helmets.
Yep.
They have a really cool logo.
This is like...
and it's been the same logo for years.
The Gothic kind of writing. Gothic signature, whatever writing they use.
All right, I'm going to search UTEP helmets. Oh, come on.
Not a fan?
No.
It's a nickname. I don't know. It might mean something to them.
I'm sure it does, but it's... They have cool helmets. They have a cool logo already. Look at this, Sean. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I love it.
Those are cool.
The Miners.
They got the pickaxe. They got... Man.
It's the nickname for El Paso as a city.
I really don't like the orange either. It's very pumpkin-y.
It's very bright.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, give me Sam Houston. So honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know they were FBS.
Sam Houston?
Yeah.
Last year.
They beat Rice 34-14, lost to UCF, and since then they have beaten Hawaii, New Mexico State, and Texas State. So Sam Houston playing some pretty good football. Who's their coach, John?
Good question.
Do you think his name is Sam or Houston? That'd be funny, right? Casey Keller is the name. 11th year, second year, as Zach said, in the FBS. Huh. What's that line? We willing to take Sam Houston on the road tonight, boys? Sam Houston, 10.5.
Oh.
Big time favorites for the Dogs tonight in the Sun Bowl. That game on CBS Sports. Texas State, Troy on ESPN2. I believe because we have baseball coming up on ESPN at 7 o'clock. Mets, Brewers, the only wild card series to go to 3 games. Braves done. Orioles done.
Man.
And the Tigers beating the Astros in 2 games as well. So coming up this Saturday, it will be Tigers, Guardians, 1 o'clock on TBS, True TV, and Max. It'll be either Brewers, Mets at Phillies at 4 o'clock, Royals, Yankees at 6:30, and Padres, Dodgers at 8:30 coming up on Saturday. I am done watching baseball, so y'all can tell me how it goes.
I ain't watching it.
Yep. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour number 2. Coming up hour 3, we got Coach Hud on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line, and we got Kaden Norman joining us as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Bostic Sugg Furniture's 87th anniversary sale is a pretty big deal, and so are the savings. Shop special anniversary savings on La-Z Boy, Bassett, and Maven. Best, Serta, Helix, Ultra Comfort lift chairs, and more. Special savings on closeout accessories. Framed art values to $350, now $69. Buy any table lamp, get a matching one free. And in celebration of our founding in 1937, get local delivery for $19.37 during the 87th anniversary sale at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
What's even better than going to Jimmy John's? The great taste of Jimmy John's coming to you. Check out their convenient catering bundle, including a 12-pack of half sandwiches made with fresh baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and fresh veggies, plus 2 premium sides, 15 chips, and 15 desserts, all for one great price. You can also choose an a la carte option. Pick it up, or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson, and online at jimmyjohns.com.
Pirate Radio.
You must be a pirate for the Pirates Code to apply, and you're not. And thirdly, the code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. On Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $2.99, and on Thursdays, it's half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, quick seg here. Christian taking over the video production duties. Chan Man to my left. We got Greg Hudson coming up, hour 3. Kaden Norman as well. We'll hear some East Carolina audio, maybe a little bit from John David Baker and Blake Harrell coming up in hour number 3. Holden Naylor's show, new episode dropped today, talking Charlotte football with their former quarterback, Chris Reynolds. So folks can check that out at their own leisure, and that will air coming up today, 6 o'clock right here on Pirate Radio as we get ready for a football Thursday. And beginning tonight, you get a football game on your television every night until like Thanksgiving week or something. Until like the end of November.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Tuesday, Wednesday, now football nights. So it's going to be awesome.
And that's going to make Wednesday night sports trivia even more fun.
That it will. And if you are coming out to sports trivia Monday at the Buck, we've got the jersey giveaway beginning. They do it every Sunday.
Every Sunday at 5 o'clock, you can hear your number called, and you will be a winner of the jersey giveaway. They also have food out there. This weekend, I believe they'll have a food truck. Tucci's Fired Up will also be there every other week. We had that this past Sunday, and it was absolutely delicious. But the Buck is a great place to go out and watch your favorite team play, or if you're just a football fan, go out to the Buck and watch all the great games and enjoy some awesome food and have a chance to win a jersey.
And coming up on Monday night, we'll begin our Monday night jersey giveaways. So another reason to come join us at the Buck for sports trivia. Sean said he might be out there tonight watching a little football.
Yeah.
Watching a little Falcons-Bucks, and I've leaned Bucks all week, Chandler, and I don't know why. I've backed the Falcons the last couple weeks against the Chiefs and the Saints, but feeling the Bucks here tonight.
Yeah, kind of surprised their dogs here. Just the way they've looked all year. Baker seems to be picking up where he left off last year and his success, and I don't know. I've said it here on the show. I've said it off the air. I'm not a Falcons believer, but maybe they can change my mind tonight if they can get it done against the Bucks. And I hope not, because I do have money on the Bucks tonight, plus 120 money line.
Yeah, the Falcons are the favorite. Basically a pick 'em. They're the home team, so they are 2.5-point favorites tonight against Tampa Bay. And once again, a couple of college games coming up on this Thursday night. Nothing major as you get Texas State, Troy, and Sam Houston and UTEP, both of the road teams favorites in that game. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, Coach Hud joins us. We'll get his thoughts on East Carolina and Charlotte and look around college football as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown & Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza downtown for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies, and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit elitepoolsnc.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Save Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
It's bow time. Some classics never go out of style, like fresh egg, American cheese, and hickory smoked bacon on a made-from-scratch biscuit. But why stop there? Pair it with crispy bow rounds and a hot coffee or medium drink. Your morning deserves a breakfast that has it all, from the fluffy egg and crispy bacon to the melted cheese and, of course, a legendary Bojangles biscuit. That's the ultimate breakfast combo. Order in the app or at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Mumfest returns to historic downtown Newbern October 12th and 13th. Join Riverside Automotive Group and Bojangles for 2 days of Mumfest family fun featuring Protown BMX, carnival rides, acrobats, dog shows, amazing craft vendors, live music, and tasty festival food. Bring your friends and join us for this amazing fall celebration. October 12th and 13th in historic downtown Newbern. Hey, Mumfest fans, it's go time.
The arrival of fall also means the arrival of new clothing at Russell's. Hey, it's Rhonda, and we're gearing up for a new season. New color, new texture, new styles, and even a few new lines. Whether it's game day, school day, church day, or wedding day, we have you covered. It's all the quality clothing lines you've come to love and enjoy at prices you can afford. We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Alterations are provided and handled in-house. A clothing store to meet your every need. Russell's Clothing in historic downtown Washington.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. 5th Street serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. Follow 5th Street on Instagram for the latest events and specials. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room right beside the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, back with you. Pirate Radio Live, hour number 3. Co-host of the 5th quarter call-in show presented by U.S. Sailor, Kaden Norman, will join us coming up later on this hour. We'll have our Fleet Feet rundown as well, but right now we'll head out to the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. We are joined by the former Golden Domer and defensive coordinator of the Pirates. He is Greg Hudson joining us. Coach Hud, how you doing, man?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
We are doing great. Looking forward to a football Thursday night and a fun weekend as well. And we already got a question in from your Hoosier, Jamie, here in the chat, and we'll start there. He said, I'm sure you're already planning to ask Hud about Pete Rose. He says, we got another question, actually. But first we'll start with Pete Rose. As an Ohio guy, Hud, is he a hero to you and everybody there? What was your thoughts on Pete Rose passing away?
Yeah, that was a bummer, and I've only met him a couple times, but, man, everybody growing up when I was young in the 70s wanted to be number 14. I wanted to be number 5, Johnny Bench, but still was a huge Pete Rose fan. And he made a comment back in an interview that he said that people wanted to play baseball like I did, and that's why he played so hard. And he was right, man. Everybody wanted to play like Pete Rose. I can remember my first slide in live competition. So he was a big influence on my youth. And one thing that I noticed when I took my son to the Hall of Fame, he's got more stuff in the Hall of Fame than anybody. He's just not in one section, and that's where that hall is, where the bus and everything are for the people that are in the Hall of Fame. But he does have one stat that I like to brag about on him, and that he's won more sports competition games than anybody ever. 1,970 times.
Wow.
He was on the winning team. And the other one is you'd have to average 200 hits for 20 years, and you still wouldn't catch him.
Greg Hudson joining us. You mentioned doing your first head-first slide, and that reminds me of like being a kid and you telling your friend about a double you hit in your game the other night, and I say, yeah, I slid into second. And they say, did you do a PD? It's pretty cool when you have a move, an athletic move named after you, like Pete Rose.
That's right. And even though some of them were for show, it was worth watching.
Greg Hudson joining us. Part two of Jamie's question is regarding Notre Dame. I'm not familiar with any of this. He says, do you have any behind-the-scenes info on the 2025 Notre Dame recruit who switched to Auburn? It's been known it was going to happen for a while. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, the quarterback. Yeah, I mean, quarterbacks, especially the elite ones, man, they get engaged, then they break off the engagement. Then they get engaged again, then they cheat. Engagement's off. So it's a lot like matrimony that's in rough water, and they're going to date everybody. And right now, quarterbacks like that are in the top positions, unfortunately, they may be going to the highest bidder. And when you see Auburn involved, it might be a little better deal on the bank account than what they may have in South Bend.
Yeah, got to be NIL related or something when that goes down. Coach Hood, is there any? I guess there's no better way to go about doing this as far as verbal commitments and from high school kids and things like that. You're recruiting a guy just like other coaches and other teams are, and you're offering things. And back in your day, it was probably under the table that folks were offering if they were offering things. Now you can do it more out in the open. But I don't know. I see a lot of people get on these kids for flipping commitments and things like that. And yeah, it's nice to stick to your word. But man, you're asking a 16, 17-year-old to make a pretty big decision. So it's hard for me to kind of blame them. But I don't know. Is there any better way to go about doing this process, or is this the way it has to be?
Yeah, it used to never happen because the parents and the coaches in the high school, wouldn't let it happen.
Right.
You made sure that you were a man of your word, and the family was by their word, and the head coach, the high school coach, if he's involved, kept their word. And it was rare up until it became okay to to flip. And that's also with what goes on in coaching. Nobody's going to come to a school until they sign. So it's never over, and it's not surprising. Maybe someday with the way NIL's going, they can sign early to an agreement.
Yeah.
And you hold them. You're going to start holding them to. Sure, you want to go to Auburn? Here's your buyout. So
that sounds crazy, but it could certainly be reality in 3 years. The way it's going.
The big thing was, I want to be treated like a man, act like a man. Well, you want those responsibilities of a grown man? You can sign your name right here, and if you want to change it, pay for it.
Greg Hudson joining us. I like that.
Our guy from IU, he's got to be looking at StubHub for potential playoff tickets.
They are undefeated and top 25 right now.
Man, and Signetti is a ball coach. And
yeah.
Right now, they're running the Alabama system right there in Hoosierville, and it's working.
Hud, let's get your take on East Carolina. So when you're in the middle of a game, do you have time to, let's say your defense gets off the field 6 or 7 times in the fourth quarter because the offense keeps giving the ball back to the defense? Do you have time to cuss out loud or under your breath at your offense for doing that? Or
yeah.
Is that something you do after the game?
There's ways to make a point. Like you can go over to the phone that's right there on the sideline and pick it up and make a phone call to the top and say, what the hell's going on?
I don't know what the record is for most possessions in the fourth quarter, but we had to be close to it on Saturday. It just kept giving the ball back to UTSA and saying, all right, defense, bail us out. And they did. Yeah. But, man, you hope the offense can get the ball with 4 or 5 minutes left, get a few first downs, and kill that clock and get out of there with a win. The Pirates just haven't been able to do that yet.
No, you got to take care of the football, and you got to produce. You got to move it, at least move it, and give the guys a break to finish those small cups of Gatorade. But,
right.
I was in a situation once where we went all August and we practiced our brains out. We lined up for the first play of the season and threw a slant route, and it got picked off for a touchdown. I looked down to the offensive coordinator. I said, damn, we could have took the whole summer off and done that.
Oh, man. Got to be frustrating. But we're celebrating because it was a win on Saturday. So, yeah, Pirates get to 3-2 on the year. They take on Charlotte this week. Oh, Biff. What's your opinion of Biff Poggi, Coach?
I mean, my opinion is about like his shirt. Probably not real sloppy.
A little sloppy, okay. Fair enough.
I just don't get it, man. You know what? I'm not I can't say, what a GDI is, but that's an individual move, in my opinion. I mean, I think it's drawing attention to yourself. I'm not a big fan of it. It's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, 10-4. Pirates a road favorite, taking on Charlotte coming up this week. And Hud, you win this one, get to 4-2. You get an off week before taking on Army. And by the way, Army, they haven't played anybody, but they have looked really good in those games that they've played. So we're talking about a potential pretty big matchup in mid-October if East Carolina can take care of business this week.
Yeah, and I'm watching Army for the Joe Moore Award, and they're as advertised. They do what they do well, and they're going to get on you. And you got to just stop the dive and stop everything else as you go wider. But you get an extra week.
Yeah, that is certainly advantageous for Blake Harrell and the Pirates. Coach, we enjoyed college football all day Saturday, and then we watched that semi-pro game Saturday night, Georgia and Bama. How about that? The talent on that field. Great comeback by Georgia, and then the 17-year-old makes some magic. Milroe to Williams for the touchdown there.
I don't know what his NIL deal is, but it's not high enough. That kid is special, and that wasn't semi-pro. There's a lot of pro. That was all pro, and it was fun to watch. It's just, I thought, we get up on a big lead, and sometimes they go to that prevent offense instead of prevent defense a little bit. But, there's a lot of talent on that field, and those kids are explosive as hell.
We've got kind of a subdued week when it comes to headline games this week, but it's kind of a ramp up to what's coming up week 7 of the college football season, where you get Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, USC. You've got Texas, Oklahoma, Florida, Georgia. Might not be a good game, good matchup. Ole Miss, LSU. Just a ton of Kansas State at Colorado. All of a sudden, Dion and Coach Prime in Colorado are back in the mix after a win at UCF, and Stanford and Notre Dame for you Golden Domer fans out there. All of that coming up next week, Coach Hud. So, I'm sure we'll have some great games this Saturday, but the headliners, the big matchups, we'll have to wait a week for those.
I actually have, when I've glanced at what the schedule is to see what games I'm going to watch, and I see these new matchups, everybody said, who wants to watch that? I've been intrigued by all of them. And, trying to see even what perceptions are going to pan out to where, the West Coast teams can't come into the Big Ten and run the football and deal with all. I'm paying attention to all the elements. I think the scheduling's been fun. I'm waiting to see some football operation guys that I know so I can get the skinny on how's the travel going.
Right.
That's, but the kid, for the kids, the travel, though, that is freedom to do one thing that they love to do, and that's sleep. And it's uninterrupted, and nothing like a 4-hour nap if you can get it.
John, what do we say? All off season, we bitch and moan about realignment, college sports. It sucks. It's not good. And then when the games get here, we're like, man, this is awesome.
This is great.
Football has never been more popular.
Yeah, we're exciting. And Coach Hood, that kind of what you talked about. What can these West Coast teams do in the Big Ten? Can they run the ball? Can they stop the run? Perfect game for that. 7:30 this Saturday night on Peacock, NBC, Michigan and Washington. Now, Washington hasn't been very good, but they're 3-2, Michigan 4-1. We saw what Michigan did against USC, just pounded them. Can they do that against the Huskies Saturday night?
Yeah, I think they're starting to get their niche, and you're seeing a little bit of what the new head coach is going to be. He's an offensive line coach. They're going to run the football. They already were doing it, but he's a guy that he may run it on 3rd and 4 when a normal person would pass it. So I'm sort of buying Michigan stock a little bit quietly right now.
What's the Notre Dame report? How we doing over there?
we got it. We're going to win this weekend, no problem. We're going to blow them out. We got by University.
Oh, good.
So I think they're getting better. You know, they still have that problem up front, but it was a great atmosphere, and I enjoyed it.
And hey, the Gophers got USC coming to town this week.
Yeah, the only thing similar about those teams are the uniform colors.
Very good point. What do you think about PJ? Wasn't he like fun and high flying and stuff? And now he gets to Minnesota in the Big Ten, and they want to try to win like 10-7. But how is his seat hot there in Gopherland?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I look at this: the amount of money that the universities need for the future, when they all got to have another $25 million from this lawsuit, and then all the scholarship increasing. Who are you going to bring in and do a better job in the amount of time it's going to take to recoup the revenue that you're going to have to spend to get a guy to leave? But then again, Purdue just popped their offensive coordinator right after the game Saturday, so officially off with his head season has started.
You've been there in Minnesota, and you were rattling off a lot of names. As of course, I remember the guys that really performed in the NFL, big names like Marion Barber and Lawrence Maroney. But you won there at Minnesota. How tough is that job? And now the Big Ten is not even what it was then. But that's got to be a tough job, right? As far as Big Ten jobs go.
Tough.
Yeah,
it's hard. You have to be. They lose one element, and it's the case Kansas State method. They're going to win with lesser opponents in September. You know, you're going to get 4 wins in September. Then you got to get 2 to get bowl eligible out of the Big Ten, to where we had a couple years at Minnesota. We were the first team to become bowl eligible, and we were 3-5 in our conference at the end of the season.
Right. Yeah.
So it depends on how your schedule is, and you know, the Big Ten can get rough, especially when the weather changed, and you know, we used to call it Red October in the November rain. So that can happen to you, and you can get your lumps.
What's harder, Minnesota or Purdue, when it comes to coaching?
Probably Minnesota, but you know what? Probably Minnesota.
I think Greg Hudson just likes the challenge.
Yeah, but I will tell you, it all depends on the guy driving the boat too. Now,
yeah.
I mean, Glenn Mason knew what he was doing. We had a heck of a system. We had a great culture, and we went after. We had specific players. And what do you do if you're an inferior opponent offensively? You look to ways you can have gimmicks that can exploit the defense. What do the military academies do?
Yeah.
Run the action. Minnesota with Glenn Mason and the offense, they became fantastic at the zone play, particularly the stretch play, which at the same time, that's what the Denver Broncos were doing. And we were running it exactly the same way. And we were running for 300 yards. We hung 300 yards on Michigan. So if you can come up with something like that, how did Purdue get good? Well, Tiller started bringing that bubble screen and all that offense, and who did he have? He had one guy, he had Drew Brees, and they were throwing at the guys that looked like me and you, but you know, it was a gimmick.
All right, something to keep an eye on, HUD, this weekend. We've already talked Michigan, Washington. This is the case for Michigan. This is the case for Missouri, who's going to Kyle Field coming up Saturday at noon.
Oh, yeah.
These games will be taking place on October 5th, and this will be the first time the Wolverines and the Missouri Tigers are playing away from home. Should we factor that in, the Missouri, Texas A&M, and the Michigan-Washington matchup? First road games for those top 10 teams.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, especially, you know, with Washington won't have any problem going to the Big House, in my opinion.
Well, no, it's the opposite. Michigan's going to Washington.
Oh, yeah. Michigan's going to Washington
and Missouri to Kyle Field.
Nah, you know, sometimes those guys are cool with traveling, and they don't care. I think Michigan's got that DNA in them. Going to Kyle Field, man, I just looked at the 1 week temperature just to check on the weather. that my daughter has, and it's going to be hot. So, yeah, it's going to be smoking hot when Missouri gets to town, and the sun will be up, and it'll be 95.
Looking forward to a fun Saturday. We'll be with you 11:30 on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to the 3:30 kickoff. Coach Hud, we'll wrap it up here. Brett McMurphy, we've been talking about this week. Brett McMurphy puts it succinctly. Today starts a stretch of 56 consecutive days with at least one college football or NFL game on every single day. So 56 days in a row, football will be on. It's awesome.
That means there's going to be a lot of money spent. Just increase the daily gambling and gets going.
Gambling, wings, alcohol, everything that comes with it. So
all of it.
Yeah. Hud, thank you for joining us, man.
Anytime. I'll see you guys soon.
See you, bud. There he is.
Coach.
Coach Hud, Greg Hudson joining us. Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. When we return, Kaden Norman will join us in the Pirate Radio studios. We'll talk more football with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving back for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and with every vehicle purchased, they will donate $100 to Eastern North Carolina Cancer Services. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Pirate football is back, and the only way to dress for game day is to visit UBE or pirateware.com. UBE has all your game day apparel, such as polos, tees, hats, and jerseys. UBE also has all the merchandise to keep your tailgate undefeated. Pirate flags, decals, face tattoos, and more. And for your little pirates, visit our Crow's Nest with Pirate Nation's largest selection of youth apparel. UBE has special hours on Sunday after home games, open from noon till 5. And you can visit pirateware.com anytime. UBE, where every day is game day. Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Friends Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza downtown for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
This is Ryan McChrystal, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near the Cracker Barrel. And now IMAX is officially here. Catch a movie in Greenville's only IMAX theater with laser projection, precision sound, and custom theater with stadium seating. And as always, unlimited popcorn. Get your movie tickets today at gtcinemas.com. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style at Golden Ticket Cinemas. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, another Movie Ticket Monday coming up on Monday with your chance to win 2 tickets to Golden Ticket Cinemas. Kaden Norman joins us in the Pirate Radio studios. You hear from Kaden every U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter call-in show. He'll be with us coming up this Saturday after East Carolina and Charlotte. Kaden, how you doing, man?
Doing good. 2 days a week here with you this week. Can't be more happier.
2 days with me, including a day with Muscular Clip last week.
That was funny.
First question, what the hell was that?
Well, I was trying to think of a new idea, and I saw Muscular. I forget how we were going through it. I think we were just like looking at memes, and there was a Muscular dude, and I was like, you know what? Let's get Clip involved. Let's act like it's young Muscular Clip, and hey, it worked out. We went 4-0 last week.
That guy's way better than me at picking games.
I know.
So.
And I saw you last week, and you're like, hey, I went against Muscular Clip. Bad day for you, Clip.
Well, in the Bama Georgia game, I did have the wrong side on that one. That was a wild one, by the way. Things changed a lot from when we were on the air to when we got home in that football game. But that was a lot of fun. Congratulations to Kaden and Muscular Clip on an undefeated week. And now we are just expecting wacky videos and winners from Kaden. So when are you dropping your next video?
Next video is going to drop tomorrow. So after I leave here, me and Holner are going to get to the whiteboard and draw something up for you guys.
All right. Kaden, the signal guy from his time. And I saw a question this week on a message board. Now we've got the headsets. John David Baker's talking directly to Jake Garcia. What is the purpose of the signalers? We still have guys on the sidelines throwing signals in, Kaden. So what is that all about? Who are they? Are they dummy signals? Are they real signals?
I don't know actually what's going on, but what I'm seeing is, they're using that for the quarterback, just for communication with the quarterback. The rest of the players still need to get their signals. Your receivers, your running backs. Jake's getting it, and he's communicating to the offensive line, but it's a lot. We don't huddle up. If we huddle up, it would completely erase the need for the signals, but those are still for the receivers. And I guarantee after that 15-second, and we're moving way too quick at times, so I guarantee Jake doesn't get the signals all the time. But if those 15 seconds were taken up down to the clock and he need the signal again, that'd still be there for him as well.
Gotcha. All right. So, seeing those still coming in on the sidelines for East Carolina and all football teams. Kaden, we recapped enough of last week, so unless you have any more cleanup from that win, we can move on to Charlotte. The Pirates are a somewhat hefty road favorite this week against Charlotte. How do you feel about the matchup?
I feel good. I think we should win by more points. I was looking at the slate this week, looking at games I liked. There's not many out there that I'm actually excited about. Like you mentioned on the last segment, there's just not a lot of marquee matchups. Pirate by 8 or 8.5, what I've seen at last. I think we should easily cover that. And I think Charlotte's a bad team. That's what I've seen. I've watched a couple of their games. They're boring. They have brought in their new quarterback, Deshaun Purdy, if that's his name, and he's actually bringing a spark to their offense, but they have a really, really bad defense.
Yeah, they are giving up a lot of rushing yards and are not much better against the pass either. So
no, and they played some really poor opponents so far. So I'm hoping we go in there. Hopefully the offense can limit the mistakes. With this offense, we know we're going to have at least a few mistakes.
Sure.
But the defense continue to do what they're doing. I think I'm hoping, and I really think if we can clean up some of the mistakes, we should have a big win Saturday night.
It feels like a week where our O-line and run game should show out too, right? Like we haven't seen that in a while. This could be the week.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we played a really good defensive line last week in UTSA. So I think this is a week to bounce back, really build confidence in the offensive line, build confidence into the offense as a whole unit.
Do the players, I think about this, man, I'm going to give it my all this Saturday because I got a week off next week. So I'm going to have an awesome pregame and an awesome postgame. I'm going to give you everything I got, and then I'm going to chill for a while. Do the players look at the schedule like that? Like, hey, let's, bust our ass this week because we can. But not that you guys get to chill. You still have to go to practice and stuff. But are they aware of, all right, game, bye week, game type stuff?
Somewhat. Sunday, you're probably going to have an off day this Sunday. That's what we used to have when we played. So you're going into it knowing it's going to be a lighter week next week. But, I mean, this is still an in-state game. You get up for every in-state game. And I know people are saying, hey, we don't look at ECU up here, Charlotte down here. I agree. But it's still an in-state game. I think these guys are going to get up for it. But, when they get to Saturday and after on the sidelines, we're up big. They're like, hey, I'm happy for an off day tomorrow.
What you going to do tomorrow?
I know, exactly. But I don't think they're going into the game thinking it's, off week next week. That you get past the game and then you think about it on the bus ride home.
Well, I mean, it sucked last year, but it's good now. We have revenge on the minds. Nobody's taking this one lightly because if we want to be up here and Charlotte here, results matter. On the field play matters, and they beat us last year. So we got that motivation.
Yeah, last year, that was a bad year.
That was a great game, huh?
That was a bad year. It wasn't
like a middle school game.
I know. So that last year's a fluke year. I really think this year we take care of business when we win big in Charlotte.
What did you say their quarterback ran the ball 26 times?
26 times for 127 yards.
Yeah, they just ran quarterback sweep, middle school style.
Left tackle, right tackle.
Because they knew we couldn't do anything on offense. So if they controlled the ball,
You're talking about
last year's game.
That was a bad game.
10-7.
I think I left early.
Good for you. Yeah. Kaden will be here, Holton Nailers as well after the game on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. We'll be keeping an eye on the national games. Is Michigan, Wisconsin, Washington intriguing at all?
That Michigan team is so
they're boring
suspect,
too, right?
Yeah. And
what do you think about the line? Washington -1.5. It was at 2.5.
Michigan. We came into the season knowing that Michigan wasn't the same Michigan as last year. Washington, I thought they were still going to be a decent team. They
lost a ton.
Yeah, I don't know enough about them. One game I am interested in is the USC Minnesota game.
Okay.
I think it's at 9.5. The line on that one. Or 8 last
down
time
to
I saw.
8, yeah.
Down to 8. So I really like USC to win 10 there. But that's one I like. Another one is that I'm not probably going to take, but it's interesting. Duke's 5-0 versus 3-2 Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech has a -9 on them. So that Duke team, I don't know. I just feel like Duke's never 5-0. I think they're building themselves up in that locker room a little bit.
I'm guessing that's in Atlanta. With that line?
I can't remember. I'm going off no script here, Clip.
Syracuse at UNLV. Talked about this one with Nadu earlier. Anytime a team gets in the top 25, like we saw it with Northern Illinois, what did they do? They go out and lose. UNLV has a number beside their name right now. They're feeling good. They're 4-0. They are at home. That helps them a little bit. But I think I'm going to jump on Syracuse here, plus the points.
That's one I don't know too much about, but I know UNLV lost a really good quarterback. I liked Matthew Sluka a lot in the offseason. I was hoping ECU could pull a trigger on him. But I do know that quarterback they got from Campbell, he lit it up last week. He really did. But that's a cross-country game. I didn't play in any cross-country games, but I know the long trips, those do play with you a little bit. So, East Coast, I don't know what time that game is, Clip, if you can tell me. But that's travel there is a lot of times a factor.
That is a Friday nighter, 9 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, I don't know. That UNLV team, I'm not too sure about them.
You've got the military academies undefeated and on the road as big favorites. Navy against Air Force. That one's a little trickier because of Commander-in-Chief's trophy. Army at Tulsa. I've already got Nadu. I got John Moody as lock of the week. John's been on fire. Everybody's still riding Army. I've taken him a few times this year. It's worked out. That's a pretty big number. It's 11.5 now, but Tulsa's not looking very good. How about these military academies, Kaden, right now, undefeated and on top of the American?
Yeah, I like to see it. It's fun to see. You know, you got to support the troops. What is that, the first time since like 1945?
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
But one thing about the military academies I always watch out for is, you know, they could win big one week, and then next week they could win or lose by 3, and it's like, oh my God. So I always stay away from the military academies. I know that they're still running their triple option somewhat, like Armies, also mixing in the spread a little bit. Not a fan of that. But it is fun to see the military academies, you know, having success.
All right, top 10 teams lose every week. Who's it going to be this week? Michigan State at Oregon. I don't love that one. UCLA at Penn State. Don't love that one. A&M hosting Missouri. That might be your most likely bet there. Iowa at Ohio State. What is Georgia going to do? Are we going to see like an angry Georgia win by 40 against Auburn?
That Auburn team, I think they're suspect. They played a banged-up Oklahoma team last week and had a late loss. I think Georgia, if they come out like they did that second half against Alabama, they're running away with that one. They looked really good that second half.
Bama is at Vandy as a 22.5-point favorite.
Vandy's looking good this year for a Vandy squad.
Any chance Sam Pittman and Woo Pig Sooie upset Tennessee?
Not a chance.
Okay. Tennessee, a 13.5-point road favorite. Any chance Miami goes out to Berkeley and loses?
Now, that's the one top 10 team. When you brought up top 10s, I was like, that's a long trip from Miami to California. So the Cal team had some sparks this year. Last week, if this was before last weekend's Virginia Tech, I'd be like, heck no. I love Cam Ward. I love that Miami squad. But they played really bad against a really, I would say, so-so Virginia Tech team. I know Virginia Tech has a lot of seniors on that team, so it's easy for a team to turn around like that sometimes. But no, they scared me last week. No way. If it's the one team, I think it's Miami goes down in California.
Yeah, Cal's one loss. I looked it up, and I should have remembered. I watched this awful game because I had Florida State. They lost 14-9 in Tallahassee in a game that looked a lot like ECU Charlotte last year.
And College Game Day.
College game day is in Berkeley. I can't imagine people being excited.
No, there's not many fans. They're probably going to be there anyways.
Yeah. Kaden, we'll get your picks. Holt Naylor show coming out as well. It is out, but we'll be out on radio at 6 o'clock as you guys talk to the former Charlotte QB. Is it Chris Reynolds?
Chris Reynolds, yep.
Yeah, his name. And any other topics we should be aware of on that program?
No, that was a really fun show. Chris is a really fun guy, really social guy. Sometimes you bring in the guests in, you just don't know how their personalities are going to be like, and Chris was a fun interview. And then we also have another special guest, Holton, doing the, guess the score right challenge on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
We had one of our listeners come in and sit in for the show. He really liked it. We asked him about his ECU story. He said he wasn't from ECU in the beginning. So I was like, hey, how'd you become an ECU fan? How'd you get to Greenville? And hearing people's different stories on how they got to Greenville is awesome because me and his story were a lot similar. So I enjoyed it, and I'm hoping someone picks the score right this week again to have someone else in.
Very cool. Coming up on the Holt Naylor Show, you can listen and watch at your leisure by seeing it on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Tyler said, if you want to talk Washington football, you better call that kid who calls into the fifth quarter. Is that our guy? Is it Liam in Wilmington? I believe.
Wilmington, yep.
He's breaking down the offense, X's and O's. He's awesome. Caden, we'll see you Saturday, man.
See you Saturday.
I'll enjoy some dank burrito with you.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Got your order in, so.
Thank you, Sean.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have our Fleet Feet rundown when we return Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live after this.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is tailgating season, and there's no better way to tailgate than pulling up in a Ram 1500 or 2500. And we have a huge selection of Ram trucks here. You can save up to $10,000 off Ram 1500s and 2500s. We also have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, budget-friendly, from $599 and up. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Opportunities await for all students in Pitt County schools. We open doors by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the 2024-25 school year, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and saluting those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and one community. Education, the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
The arrival of fall also means the arrival of new clothing at Russell's. Hey, it's Rhonda, and we're gearing up for a new season. New color, new texture, new styles, and even a few new lines. Whether it's game day, school day, church day, or wedding day, we have you covered. It's all the quality clothing lines you've come to love and enjoy at prices you can afford. We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday, for your convenience. Alterations are provided and handled in-house. A clothing store to meet your every need. Russell's Clothing in historic downtown Washington.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
It's not the amount of power. Ooh! It's the size of our tower. Pirate Radio. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. They are open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night. Coming up Friday, it'll be Beretti performing, and then on Saturday night, it'll be Landon Benton. And then on Sunday, kick off the day at the Buck with your Sunday Fun Day. They have the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss any of the games. And they have a weekly jersey giveaway that starts at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Will I follow the Hornets again, Sean? I'm going to say the Hornets need to get to 3 games over 500 at some point in the season, and I'll follow them.
All right.
3 games over 500. I bring that up because I'm about to unfollow somebody live on the air. And I like this guy. Our time was short together. He had some of the biggest biceps in the game. Former East Carolina running back Chris Foster. Just realized I was still following him. I think it's time, Chandler.
What?
Wait. Oh, he follows me. I can't unfollow him. All right. Well, I got to stick with it. I didn't know he followed me.
Why were you going to unfollow?
Well, he's the coach at Northwestern. What do I care?
That's true.
But he follows me, so I gotta keep following him. Like every now and then I see somebody like that that's not in my life anymore that I just I have to cut loose. But the fact that he's following me, I guess I gotta keep following him. All right, never mind.
All right.
False alarm.
Got some uniform news. I'm glad Jarrett's not here.
This is part of our Fleet Feet rundown. Can Alex Harper tell us about it real quick?
Yes.
Hey, Hart, what you got?
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Sean, what you got?
Uniform update. It's Thursday, so you know what that means. Pirates on the road. And you have your people that say, hey, you wear home jerseys for home games, away jerseys for away games. Well, not the case this week for East Carolina. They are going all purple on the road at Charlotte.
That is very unique.
Very unique. We see them do all black on the road.
Against who?
Virginia Tech, back in the day.
So Virginia Tech was wearing white unis at home?
All white unis. Did it at Carolina back in 2013. Did it at FIU in 2013. So we did it a few times. I can't remember the last time we did all purple on the road.
Very, very different. Zach?
Charlotte's wearing their gold helmets, those light golds, gold jerseys, and white pants.
I call them the P uniforms.
They look like UCF, the old UCF
I
jerseys.
hate them. I think they're terrible.
That's what they're rocking. So we took the opportunity to go all purple. I like it.
I do too. I like that a lot.
And Biff Poggi did say he hopes to not see a lot of purple this weekend.
Oh, he's going to be wrong.
Well, he's going to see about at least 40 guys on the field.
The game is officially sold out also.
Very cool. This is good. That's a good thing. I'd much rather watch a game with excitement in the stands than not. So
ECU's 3 for 3 on away sellouts.
Hey, that says something about Pirate fans and
regional games.
Unfortunately, some of these schools we're playing get excited about playing ECU. Man, growing up, Washington was one of the only teams in the NFL that wore white uniforms at home. Now, the Panthers, do they still do that?
Too much.
They do it to start the season. They do it for the first 3 or 4 home games, and then they'll start wearing black at home.
Well, I think we're wearing the white uniforms 11 out of 17 games this year.
Yeah.
It annoys me if you couldn't tell.
Such a nerd.
I mean,
11 out of 17.
So, but we don't go all white every time, but we'll wear black pants here and there. But when it comes to home games, we'll start wearing black, and we do wear blue on the road.
Well, I'm old, so we didn't have like alternates and all this cool stuff you crazy kids have. So when Washington went white, burgundy, and then burgundy lids, it was fresh at home. And then anytime I saw them wear the burgundy jerseys, I knew it was going to be a bad day. Because that meant they were playing Dallas, who like to wear their whites at home.
Oh, hey, I was right. It was 11 games.
Well done, Zach.
2 times wearing blue, 4 times wearing black.
I feel like the Bucks wear white at home sometimes. I see them in white a lot.
Mm-hmm. I think they do it. They'll do it early in the year, and then they'll also do it late in the year. Because I remember we go on the road to the Bucks usually late in the year, and they like to wear their white, and we wear our blue at Tampa Bay.
And they wear those dark gray colored pants, whatever they call them. They have a special name.
Pewter.
Pewter, that's the name.
Pewter.
Is that the country saying for computer?
My pewter.
On your pewter.
Have you tried turning your pewter on and off? Let's see. Who else wears white at home? Bills, Dolphins. Dolphins?
Occasionally.
Maybe. Steelers, no. Ravens, no. Browns?
They were the all whites.
Bungles, no. Texans, no. Colts, no.
The Bengals will whenever it's their Snow Tigers.
Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. Not Cowboys do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is probably, about it. Interesting. Uniform talk. We can do this while Jarrett's not here. If Jarrett's here, he would have punched us all in the face by now.
What are we doing, guys?
Who cares?
What are we doing?
Who cares about that?
That's because his team wears black and silver. It doesn't change much.
I brought that up. Like, are you anti-uniform talk because if your team wears an alternate jersey, it's just like a silver jersey with black?
It's a team for colorblind people. I mean, they just never change.
He said their Color Rush uniforms were white and silver, I think.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, they didn't really change at all. So, all right. Zach, anything else going on in the sports world we should know about? When's volleyball?
Tomorrow at 6.
Tomorrow at 6. Okay.
The conference home opener.
All right. And what's going on with soccer?
Soccer plays tonight at Tulsa. I don't think at what o'clock? 8 o'clock, 7 Central.
What's our record?
A lot of ties.
5-2-4.
A lot of ties.
If I told you we'd played 11 games and have 2 losses, hey, you'll take that.
Sounds pretty good, right?
Gully would love this record.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 ties. Tie. Coming off a 3-0 win over North Texas.
Electric victory. They were conference favorites.
Tie?
I'm sorry, Gully was talking.
They were partial conference favorites, them and Memphis.
Nice. All right. Pirates have Memphis coming up on October the 13th.
Who is nationally ranked.
Wow. That deserves a wow. Volleyball record is?
Better.
Better. 8-4.
Sports is great.
8-4. I love sports.
Sports is great.
Sports are great, Zach. Do you like sports?
Where did I say that at?
I like sports.
Sports are great.
Man, do I love sports.
Man, do I love sports.
Man, do I love
I love
sports. Eric said, don't the Panthers do it partly due to the heat in the beginning weeks of the season?
I'd imagine.
Yeah, but really, how much is I guess black, yeah. It's going to be a little hotter than white.
It's going to be hot.
They can wear those pretty blues that you got.
They could, but we don't.
All right.
We go white.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get ready to wrap it up here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Hope you enjoyed the Jersey Talk. Back with you after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night, I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day, I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. Freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Big game season is here, and I'm not just talking about Pirate football. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. We're ready to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields. You know what I mean. Get ready with us. Take your pick from the largest selection in Eastern NC. Grab a rifle on a scope, and we'll mount and bore sight it for you. Don't forget Springfield's Gear Up promo. Buy a 2020 Waypoint, get a 2020 Rimfire Target rifle for free. Stay tuned in weekly as we shoot through fall with the best deals around. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Captain Bo Brooks of Power Water Outfitters. When you're catching fish on the Pamlico, come to our place and pick up your Smithy cast ironware that'll sear your fish to perfection. We also have men's outdoor clothing, marshwear, Grundens, Duck Camp, and AFCO. We carry Bahia sunglasses and have all different selections of those. We are a fully functional fly shop where you can chase fish on the fly. We are Pirate Water Outfitters, 108 North Market Street, downtown Washington, North Carolina. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Go Pirates.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was down 184 points and closed today at 42,011. The NASDAQ was down just 6 points at 17,918. The S&P dropped 9 points and finished at 5,699. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, getting ready to wrap it up. Looking forward to a Football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll make our NFL picks, our final thoughts on ECU and Charlotte. Also, Survivor picks are in. I'm a sucker. I'm going with the 49ers against the Cardinals, and I'm nervous. Sean, who you got?
I got the Hogs, baby.
The Seahawks.
Over the G-Men.
Zach.
Seahawks.
And Danny Beal is taking my
Commanders.
Washington Commanders.
That's not good.
Who have the best offense in the NFL.
How does that feel to say?
It feels almost accurate. We top 5 for sure.
For sure.
For sure. Commanders and Browns coming up this Sunday.
Do we get any more Manders primetime? Because I feel like if not, then there might be some flexing.
Oh, buddy.
There might be some huge flexing going on.
We're about to flex. They have, I want to say, the Birds on a primetime game. But I'll Google it up as if people care. I got 1 minute left. They've got the Birds on a Thursday night And that looks like it, but don't worry.
That's not going to be it.
Don't worry. We got a lot of prime time coming your way when we start flexing these bad boys. All right. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Zach. Sean, we'll see you Monday.
My bad.
You better get your picks in, boy. I ain't reminding you. What?
I'll see you.
See you Monday.
Yeah, I'll get my picks in tomorrow.
All right. Hope you make that long trip to Charlotte in time. Well, we'll talk to you Monday. We'll talk to you Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. And we'll talk to you fine people Friday, 3 o'clock. All new edition of Pirate Radio Live for the crew. I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. This is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio Digital. The Holton Ayler Show is on the air.
Welcome into another edition of the Holton Ayler Show. On the other side of the break, Concord's all-time leading passer, Chris Reynolds, joins the show. Hope you enjoy it. If not, as always,
Holton Ayler turns, and Holton will take off and run himself. He's at the 40-yard line. Holton Ayler